Mm-hmm. Yo, what up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Listen, people, I need y'all to come in, smash the like button, scan the QR code. We're going to talk about Terence Crawford moves on from Errol Spence Jr. The Black Mamba of boxing is back. I'll make this look good. I'll make this look pretty. By the end of this stream, listen, I'm going to set the standard, and we can cook up. I'm going to set the standard. The Black Mamba of boxing is back. Ego Bryant. By the end of this stream, you will fully understand the points that I'm making if you choose to. All I ask, I treat my live streams like a court case. This is just like a court case to me. So all I ask is for a fair trial. I'm going to present some thoughts. I'm going to present some opinions to you at home, the viewers, regarding Errol Spence, Terence Crawford, who deserves the blame, all that. We're going to work on it, and we're going to see what makes the most sense. And again, just like a court case, all I'm asking for is a fair trial. Listen, don't just cut me off, listen, comprehend what I'm saying, and then tell me by the end of the stream that I don't have valid points and that I'm not the greatest that's ever lived in this boxing game. That's all I'm asking for. Let's go. Oh my gosh. So I woke up, and I woke up like the Joker. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I woke up with a smile. I was smiling. Listen, I knew I was going to destroy y'all so crazy. I woke up with a smile. It was creepy. Listen, it was like some Heath Ledger. Bro, I woke up smile. Like, this is not cap. This is not a joke. I woke up smiling because I knew what was coming. I've spent my whole life preparing for these moments to showcase my skill set, my mental dexterity, my clarity, my ability, my agility. You guys are going to get the work. I have all the facts. I don't have to cap. Y'all are dead. Y'all are dead. Anybody that impressed is over. You are dead. You are dead. Oh my gosh. I'm going to pull them apart from both angles. Listen, what did Eminem say? I hang you and chain you till you dangle, then pull you apart from both angles. I am going to rip y'all apart limb by limb. Pull you apart from both angles. Shout out to Philly Zoe. Shout out to Philly Zoe. Kamal Oz, shout out to him. Ricky Williams, shout out to him. It's over for y'all. Just so you know that. And Bud Crawford, he left me with no choice. I didn't want to have to do this, but y'all made me. Shout out to Philly Zoe. Let's go. Oh, y'all gonna get Blaze. Blaze pizza. I'm gonna put you in the brick oven. How y'all want Bud Crawford cooked? Rare? Medium rare? I'm gonna give it to you how you want. Rare, medium, medium well, overdone, burnt. How you want Bud Crawford cooked? I'm gonna cook him how y'all want me to cook him. It's like, listen, shout out to D Hero, Duran, my guy. Listen, once again, it's on. I will cook just like y'all want. Salt Bay Ego. I'm going to, oh my gosh, let's go. Hold on. Before I cook, someone said, Philly Zoe said medium well. All right, I'm going to give it to y'all want. Boss Red, that's my guy. Shout out to Boss Red. He already know the vibes. He said burnt, they want a rotisserie. Bro, I'm going to put him on the rotisserie setting and you won't even notice me sweating. Somebody said cook that orbital bone. They want him. Isaiah said he got to be crispy. Bro, I'm Kia Sean. I'm going to make him crispy, bro. Y'all I didn't have to do this, but y'all, well done. Oh my gosh. Before I start, Kenya B sent $10 straight to my bank account via Zelle. The Zelle's on the screen. Listen, treat this like a court case. I'm going to present some things. My man said he want him extra crispy, cook his orbital bone. Shout out to Kenya B, $10. Just support. I'm the best in the world. Before I even started streaming, Kenya B sent $10 and she said, let's cook. Facts. She said, oh, this is for the cook, so let's get it. Right? And I also got to give a big shout out to Derek Keels. Listen, y'all, the support y'all send the channel is truly amazing and phenomenal. And without the great fans, I really wouldn't be able to do this. But Derek Keels sent a comment on the last video, and he paid $50 to comment because this is look, $50 to leave a comment. That's love. And it was a great comment, so I'm going to read it. He says, $50, shout out to Ego for providing accurate information during this whole Spence Crawford negotiation charade. And that's what I do. Shout out to New Meaning 30. That's my guy. He told me to watch Top Gun, but I still ain't seen it yet. You always hate on Bud. Bud Hill! Oh my God. They listen. They pay. Say it again. Say it. Say another mother word, and this is over. Say it again. I'm Pinky. God dang it, bro. Do you understand that I got the Bud Buddy sweating? I haven't even said a word. Listen, I told you at the beginning of this stream, shout out to Mr. Shab. The money keep coming in. Just when they hate, donate. When they hate, donate. That's all y'all got to do. We going to keep growing. Listen, I'm the Black Mamba of boxing. This is Mount Everest. This is something you can't climb. Listen. I told you at the beginning, all I want is a fair trial. This fool, boom, boom, punch face, said all this rant, all you're hating on, but I didn't even say nothing about Bud yet. Is that a fair trial? Is it a fair trial when I haven't even said one point? We're still doing the preliminaries. We still do. You reading the table of contents saying the book is bad. You reading the acknowledgments saying the book is bad. You haven't read the book. Bro, I'm going to say it again. All I want is a fair trial. By the end of this stream, watch it through the beginning to the end and tell me I'm not cooking. Tell me I'm not the greatest that's ever lived and tell me I don't make no points. That's it. He going off the deep end. But that's how you know when people have a guilty conscience, they automatically get defensive. I haven't even said anything yet. Key word, yet. Let's work. Before I get started, destroying y'all. City, state, zip, the Boxing Ego roll call. See, this is for me, for Kenya B, for Surah, for Kamal Oz, for Ricky Williams, for Isaiah. This is a regular day for us. We're just talking about the news because we've been on the right side of history. Ego's army is the best, the funniest, the best, the greatest, the most knowledgeable, the most accurate. So you don't notice us sweating. There's nothing for everything I said came true. So there's no reason for me to get defensive. Why would I have to sweat or get defensive when everything I said came true? Shout out to Ricky Williams. There you go. Surah, Chicago. Listen, let's do the roll call. And I'm about to fry Crawford so crazy, yo. Chicago Garfield Park Boxing. Ricky Williams from that 507. We got Seattle. We sleepless in Seattle, god dang it. 206-215-610 West Philly. Shout out to my ox in West Philly. We got Frisco. Hey, and you know LA up in this 510. PG County, Maryland. Dallas, this is Dallas. It says the realest boxing talk. I told you I'm the realest cat, the realest chat, and I spit the realest facts. Shout out to Chicago. Let's go. That's it. That's the only location. Shout out to my boy from Mexico. There we go. 918 Tulsa. We got 215 Philly. We got Richmond, California. Bay Area for life. They said fried a duck extra crispy. 410-302 DMV 662 Mississippi. Bro, I told you I'm going to burn this month down. We got Cincinnati 513-540. Charlotte, North Carolina 410. Baltimore. We got H-Town. We got Memphis. We got Canada. I told you we everywhere like air. Please smash the like button. You got to do it. Smash the like button. Fairfax, Virginia. Okay, I know the fans want me to speak. They've been waiting for this. And I was born for this, so let's go. Terence Crawford surprised the world of boxing by basically pulling out of negotiations, because you have to keep in mind there was a article that popped out and it said Errol Spence and his team are beginning to worry that Terence Crawford is not serious about making the fight, or having reservations, something like that. They're a growing concern. I think that's exactly what it said. A growing concern that Terence Crawford, his side was kind of, they fell off and they weren't like interested in the fight right now, right? Coincidentally, the same exact day that this article comes out, and mind you, Errol Spence took to his Twitter. I made videos about all of this. Errol Spence took to his Twitter and says, "This dude's stalling. I could have been fought." I'm just paraphrasing. He said, "I could have fought November," because the targeted date was initially November 19th. But with all the charades and the rigmarole and the runaround from Crawford and his attorney, or Team Crawford, whatever you want to say, Errol Spence ended up missing the date, right? Then later that day, and the funny thing is, I cooked on the whole subject. Please get the likes up. That's all I'm asking. Support if you support. If you don't, I don't really care about you. But for the ones that support, let's get the likes up. It's so ironic. If you look at my yesterday stream, I didn't know anything about the David Avanesyan fight because the news hadn't broke. Literally, after I gave you my truest thoughts, this be the realest I ever wrote against all odds. 5 minutes after my stream ended, the news broke from ESPN. Crawford did an interview with ESPN, Mike Coppinger, and he said, "I'm fighting David Avanesyan, hometown fight, woom, woom, woom." But if you listen to my stream, which again occurred before this information was known to the public, before I knew about it, everything in my stream turned out to be true. I said to you this: there has never been an Errol Spence fight historically before Bud Crawford that has been so problematic to make, to the point where it looked messy. His team, the B-side person's team and sisters and friends is talking bad about, Errol Spence and PBC. That has never happened. And Errol Spence has clearly done the heavier lifting and been involved in bigger events. That is a fact. Errol Spence, whether he fought Pacquiao or not, he had the Pacquiao fight done. And guess what? I woke up, looked at my phone, Pacquiao just announced the fight. There was no long drawn out, long-winded negotiations. There was no crying and blaming and finger pointing. The fight was just done. I prophesized to you on my channel for years, that Crawford, when the time came, would be problematic in making the fight because delusions of grandeur. He is an amazing fighter. There's a saying that goes, skills pay the bills. But the thing is, skills pay the bills. People say that, but that in today's market, in boxing, in the business of boxing, it don't always work like that. You can't tell me that, no disrespect to Jake Paul, I don't really mind what he's doing, but you can't tell me Jake Paul is the absolute most skilled fighter in all of boxing, because he started boxing late, right? But he make more money than another fighter who could be like super skilled. So there's no direct correlation there. There's no direct correlation where just because you're a good fighter, that doesn't mean you conduct business well. That has literally been the only criticism that I've ever had for Bud Crawford. Literally. I said it in my stream before this news broke that I questioned the business acumen of Bud Crawford. Now let's take a look at it. Now here, this is the cook up. This what y'all ain't ready for. This is where I show my separation. I am going to bury y'all, and it's going to get scary, y'all. But, it's good because Halloween's right around the corner, so it's about to get spooky. It's about to get scary. I have the only danger here is I have so much to cook with. I got to take my time. You see what I'm saying? There is so much that I have, like data, intel, insight, that I have to really take my time. So it's just not a cluster. So I just don't empty the clip. So this is going to be a little slow cook, slow burn, but you guys will get the picture. Will get the picture. By the end of this stream, if you listen and pay attention and you're a reasonable boxing fan, you will understand where I'm coming from. And it'll be all factually. The only people that won't get it are the Bud Buddies or whoever. That's cool. I don't really care because you were never going to give me a fair shake anyway. So I don't really care about people like that. If you're objective and you got to hear what I'm trying to say. So I won't, in this stream that I'm about to do and the cook up, there's no one that will be able to like stump me. I promise on everything. There is no one that will have a question that I can't answer regarding this fight in this situation outside of like weird stuff that, someone doesn't know behind the scenes. But in terms of the points I'm making, there's not going to be no one stumping me. There's not going to be somebody who's going to outthink me. There's no one in the world of boxing, boxers, trainers that can outthink me. I promise you. So you guys can come up with Bud need a tune-up. I got an answer for everything. I promise you the slow cook will begin. So for starters, I could understand if Bud Crawford was honest and he said, yo, I've been out the ring since the Sean Porter fight. That fight was in November. I really need a tune-up. Me, hand over heart, as a man, I would be able to respect that because, honesty is the best policy. That's what my mama used to say. Honesty is the best policy. If Bud Crawford was forthcoming and he just said, I need a tune-up because I'm not fighting no Errol Spence, a fight of that magnitude, and I'm not doing it off of, 11, 12-month layoff, 15-month layoff, whatever, I could understand that. Because at least you're being honest. But to go the route that Bud Crawford did and his team to make it look like Errol Spence was ducking smoke from you, that's where I draw the line. Because, again, honesty is the best policy. Like, if you broke your mama's vase, then you broke it. It is what it is. You broke the vase. But when you lie to your parents, when you lied to them about how the vase, it was an earthquake, when you and your brother were playing football or wrestling in the house and y'all broke the vase and y'all trying to play this game as if the random earthquake only struck your house and then the vase got broke some kind of way. That's one thing I don't tolerate. Don't insult my intelligence, people. I mean, you can, but it's not going to end well for you. Don't insult my intelligence, bro. So, for starters, if Bud just said, I need a tune-up, I'd be like, all right, whatever. Big fight, you can kind of understand. Like Andre Ward. Andre Ward, before the Kovalev fight, he said, I'm going to take 2 fights and then I'm fighting Kovalev. Fair enough. Because Andre Ward is no fool. He's been in boxing. He was going to a new weight class. And so that's a little bit different because Andre Ward is going to a different weight class. You dig what I'm saying? He's going to a different weight class. Please get the likes up. He's going to a different weight class. So he was trying to acclimate. I had no problem with that. But even if Bud said, hey, you know what? Hey, I don't want to waste nobody's time. I need a tune-up. I've been out the ring too long. Errol Spence, a big fight that everybody want to see. I'm taking Avanesyan. It wouldn't have came across. But when you lead the public to believe you're in negotiations. So listen, this means, because here's the thing. Here's the thing. This is where I'm start cooking y'all. Here's the thing. If 2 people, listen, I promise I got heat. I promise you that. The heat will come. If 2 people, 1 and 2, are negotiating for a fight, when I tell you these concepts, just tell me if they make sense or not. If 2 people are negotiating to make a fight, months go by, and then there's an impasse, and you're like, oh, he don't want this, and the fight don't happen. Then 2 fighters, if they were both operating in good faith, they should both be screwed because you wasted several months of negotiating with someone only to come to an impasse where the fight is not done. Both fighters, if they were operating in good faith, only trying to get this fight done, both fighters should be screwed. No, listen up. No, y'all got to listen. Hold on. Y'all got to listen. All the little side talk, y'all got to listen. What I'm saying, y'all gonna get, I'm surgical with this bit. Jake, y'all know I'm surgical. If two fighters are negotiating for a common good in good faith, then months go by, you can't get anywhere for whatever reason. When the fight falls apart, both fighters should be screwed. Meaning, Crawford don't have a dance partner and Errol Spence don't have a dance partner. But guess what? In this instance, in this occasion, Errol Spence don't have his actual next move because he was in good faith negotiating, thinking he's going to fight Crawford and not thinking it was over, thinking, hey, we can do this February 4th, like the report said. Somehow, some way, Errol Spence Jr. doesn't have a dance partner, doesn't know his next move, but Crawford does. Well, how did Crawford? Okay, so you're in good faith negotiating with PBC and Errol Spence, and you only want to fight Errol Spence. How do you have David Avanesyan on deck? Like, okay, these people are like they're sending you contracts. All the reports said, hey, make these changes to the contract. We need you to change these 3 things. They're giving you the runaround. They're changing the things on the contract, say, oh, can't wait to fax this over. Team Crawford's going to love this. We got to fight in February. That's what they're thinking. They make the changes, then they don't hear back from you. Then boom, you fighting David Avanesyan. Boom. So how does Crawford have a fight lined up? It's about to get bloody, yo. Y'all got to get the lights up. I refuse to cook this with this level of clarity if y'all ain't going to get the likes up. I promise you, likes or loot, my time is money, and y'all will respect that. That's all I ask. Give me a fair shake, respect my time, because my time is my money, and that's something I can't get back. So I need whatever push that y'all need to make to get them likes up. There are far too many people in here. Likes or loot is the only way y'all getting this truth and getting this live stream. I'm a businessman. You know that because you find me at my place of business. So back to my point. How on earth does Crawford already have a venue? Like he knows he's fighting in Omaha and he's fighting David Avanesyan if you were in good faith negotiating. If you were negotiating and then you couldn't agree to the fight, then you both should be screwed. You both should not have a dance partner. And then from that point, when it doesn't work out, then Crawford goes out and finds his next opponent. But they sent you a contract back, and then now all of a sudden, Bud Crawford already has his next thing laid out. How is that negotiating in good faith? So I'm the king of analogies. I'm the best in the business. Imagine if you were telling a girl, hey, I really want to be with you. I really want to be with you, right? I really want to be with you. I want to go steady with you. And I want to be exclusive. I want to make this work. I love you. You mean the world to me. Yada, yada, yada. But then you have a side chick. That means you're full of if you are professing your love to a woman and you're saying you want to be monogamous and you only love that woman and you want to make things work, but then you got a whole side chick and you messing with other people on the side, then you're not serious. This is in essence what Bud Crawford did. You were running 2 plays at the same time. You're claiming you want Errol Spence Jr. and you want to work with PBC, but then you're behind the scenes snaking them and running some other play to negotiate with a Frank Warren fighter. Come on, bro. So again, that's like a guy saying that he only wants to be with this one girl, but then behind the scenes, he's messing with a side chick. Then you don't want to be with that girl like that. Crawford sold us a dream, just like dudes do to females. Dudes sell you a dream. Oh, I want to be with you. I want to marry you. Let's get engaged. I love you. And then you messing with other chicks. Then you're not serious about what you're saying. Knowing knowing that she's not okay with that. Because, we're at 2022, different people have open relationship. I'm not talking about swingers or nothing like that. I'm saying, her standard. She's not a swinger. She's not Jada Pinkett, no entanglements. She only wants to be with you. You're lying to her and saying you only want to be with her, and then you're creeping on the side. That's different because it's not mutually understood. This is what Crawford did, because there's no way you would have an opponent that fast. Okay, they was giving you the running around and they send you a contract. And then when people are doing foul and when people are doing bad business, how come Crawford's team didn't say, hey, we're talking to David Avanesyan people, by the way. So if we can't get this done by Friday, then we going off to David Avanesyan. When you're doing foul and when you're doing bad, most people don't want to acknowledge that. Crawford, he Jada Pinkett Smith. He had an entanglement. You have two pieces of different business going on. Bro, Crawford is the king of boxing entanglements. Write that down. Write that down. Crawford had himself an entanglement, and he needed to do an interview with David Avanesyan at the red table with Willow Smith, because you had an entanglement, sir. You the August Alsina of boxing with your entanglement ass. So anyway, I'm the best in the world. That's not operating and negotiating in good faith. Because again, if you're not doing wrong, then why don't you tell PBC? Why did PBC article come out, presumably by Errol Spence's side, and they said, we have growing concern that Terence Crawford don't really want to fight. So they had to be in mystery and wonder what you were doing. But if what you were doing wasn't backhanded and on the sly, then they would know that, hey, he has dual negotiations going on, David Avanesyan and us. So give them a deadline. Say, hey, if you don't commit, so that's bad business right there, because Crawford likes to have entanglements. That's exactly what happened. If you're not trying to be slick, you're not trying to be sly, then tell PBC, this got to get wrapped up. Here's my deadline. If not, we're negotiating with Frank Warren and we're fighting David Avanesyan. But when people, it's like when people are cheating. When somebody is cheating, guess what? They're not trying to get caught. If someone's robbing banks, they're not trying to get caught. Just like Crawford was like, y'all gonna find out when the world finds out. This is exactly what Tyson Fury and his team did to Deontay Wilder. Wilder could have had an immediate rematch after he knocked Fury unconscious in the first fight. And then Tyson Fury, their team was going back and forth, and they were like, yeah, we want to make the fight. We want Wilder, the big dosser. And they were making it look like they wanted the Wilder fight next. Unbeknownst to Wilder and PBC, that Tyson Fury and Frank Warren, Queensberry Promotions, were doing a side deal with Bob Arum, with ESPN. And then one day, everybody got the shocking news that Crawford signed with Bob Arum for the States, and in UK, Frank Warren's going to handle his business, and he's going to be an ESPN fighter. And the Wilder fight was not happening next, only for Tyson Fury to fight against Tom Schwarzenegger. This is exactly what Crawford's did. And since I am the best in the world, I can think of several examples of this. Eddie Hearn also snaked Showtime. Showtime was doing an amazing job in the U.S. of handling Joshua's U.S. affairs. Eddie Hearn snaked Showtime and Steven Espinoza, and then Eddie Hearn pulled Joshua when the contract ended and then just took him to DAZN. Same concept. This is what B-Side Bud did. So again, if you're operating on good faith, I would imagine that's not how you conduct the business. That's one point. I promise you, y'all gonna get fried, and it's gonna be sad. The Bud Buddies finna. They gonna be crying in there. I promise you, they're gonna be crying. I promise you, they're gonna be crying. Let's get the likes up. Run it. Run my numbers up. Run my numbers up. Y'all got to wake up. Wake up. So we just getting started with the cook-up. That's just the introduction. So anyway, Entanglement Crawford, Mr. Entanglement, he got two different things going on. He want to fight on Black Planet, Black Lives Matter website. Bro, listen to me, people. I've never heard of the Black Planet or whatever that's called, Black Panther app. I ain't even gonna hold you. Bro, you got Crawford fighting on Black Planet, Black Lives Matter, BLM, whatever the app this is. And we're gonna get to that in a second. I've never heard of them, ever. Cause so Crawford, you want to go to Black Planet, huh? Okay. Bro, what's next? Crawford finna be fighting on Tinder? He gonna fight on Tinder? Man, you went from ESPN to Black Planet. Crawford next fight might be on Tinder. I'm gonna have to swipe right to watch a Crawford fight. I can't do it, bro. Listen, I'm the best in the world, but I truly want to support Bud Crawford, but the business moves are so weird. I don't know if I'm watching a Bud fight on Tinder. You know what I'm saying? I got to pull out my phone and, oh, Bud's about to fight, and I got to swipe right. I don't know if I can do that, bro. That's too much work. Because when I watch Fox and Showtime and PBC, I don't have to do all that. I don't have to swipe right to watch Vito Milnicki. So I don't know that I want to do that for Bud. I could watch David Benavidez blaze someone without having to swipe left or right. So, yeah, Bud, they're going to shoot it on a potato. They're going to shoot it on a potato in 240p. Bro, I've never heard of this Black Panther website or whatever. Yeah, Bud fighting on BET Cut. I ain't got no panties on. Ain't got no panties on. I ain't got no panties. Bro, he fighting on BET Uncut right after Tip Drill. And white girls. Bro, I remember that BET Uncut. Stop playing with me. Bro, he fighting right after Tip Drill, white girls, and I ain't got no panties on. Ain't got no panties on. I ain't got no panties on. Ain't got no Hoochie Mama. Bro, he fighting after Hoochie Mama on the Black Panther app. He fighting on T'Challa app. Rest in peace to Chad Boseman. Oh my God. New meaning, my God. Bro, he's a duck. The dude is delusional, and so is Blue. I don't know what that has to do with it, but I'm just giving my opinion. Listen, I'm not here to talk. I'm talking about my opinion. I can't speak for nobody else. But anyway, so right after Tip Drill, you can watch Crawford versus Avanesyan. That's for starters. Now, speaking of this month, David Avanesyan, and speaking of Crawford, the only thing I've questioned about Terence Crawford, Avanesyan, bro, if you want to tell me Crawford is making, power moves, you're fighting David Avanesyan. Lamont Peterson, you ain't beat Lamont Peterson. Lamont Peterson, I went to Adrian Broner. Oh, man, AB. Archbishop, alleged babies. I went to Broner's fight in Cincinnati, and I had some good ass Jamaican food. Book. I was in Cincinnati. I was in the Natty. I was doing the nasty in the Natty. Broner in 2017 fought Granados. Guess who was on that card? Oh yeah, Lamont Peterson. Guess who he fought? David Avanesyan. I know because I was in the Natty. I went to that fight. Lamont Peterson effortlessly beat David Avanesyan in 2017. The very next year in 2019, I told you, this is where I showed the separation. The very next year in 2019, Errol Spence, he slept Lamont Peterson, and then Lamont Peterson took a year plus off and was never the same. Then he got knocked out by Sergey Lipinets and retired. But I firmly believe Errol Spence putting the beating on Lamont Peterson expedited that. I think Errol Spence really retired. No disrespect to Lipinets, but I think Errol Spence truly retired Lamont Peterson. So a guy, Lamont Peterson, who's a good fighter, but he beat him in 2017. Shout out to Kenya B. We was both there. David Avanesyan got knocked out by Mean Machine. I believe it was in 2019. So You mean to tell me that Mr. Business Bud, you knocked out Mean Machine. You got dropped by him, but you knocked him out. Fair play. You beat the guy that beat the guy. So you beat the guy by stoppage, and he stopped the guy that you're fighting next. I know that's a triangle theory, but bro, what are we talking about? And then here, just in case you don't know, this fight is on pay-per-view. So if it was on like Nickelodeon or like Kids Choice Awards, okay. You know what I'm saying? If they slimed Crawford and it was free, I'd be like, all right, maybe. This fight cost $40. Bro, where's the gay cuz from Baby Boy? I'm about to make that meme. Remember the gay dude with a ponytail from Baby Boy? And Tyrese, he was like, how much for them shirts? He's like, $40. $40? Bro, get that dude for Terence Crawford and Black Prime. Bro, who has seen Baby? You just a baby boy. You not the real. I've been running. Bro, get that gay dude from Baby Boy that was like $40. Bro, it costs $40. $40. Oh my. Bro, where is the $40 dude when you need him from Baby Boy? Get him. Crawford is charging $40. He's charging $40 for a David Avanesyan fight. The muff look like a werewolf. He hairy as I don't know what, bro. He look like, bro, he look like American Werewolf in London, boy. $40. Wait, let me pull this up. Bro, bro, get the gay dude from Baby Boy. That's all I need. $40. Bro, how are you charging $40 for that? Where did you come up with this price point? Baby Boy, $40. Bro, come on, bro. Where the $40 cuz? Hold on. He was hot too. Oh, bro. Bro, the gay dude is so bro, hold on. Where the $40? Bro, where Jody was selling them clothes. Is this Jody? Jody still stay with his mom, cuz? This your fort, cuz? Bro, that dude was so tight. He said, $40. Bro, chair. But let me get to come on. Bro, y'all got Bud fighting for $40. I'm the best in the world. Look. Kamal Oz, Boots, Ortiz, and Thurman all available. I didn't even get to that, bro. We still on them. $40. That we still talking about that. I ain't even worried about Boots. I ain't worried about whatever. I'm worried about $40. That's what I'm worried about. That 40. Bro, I'm from the Bay and I'm worried about 40. Ooh, Terence Crawford would have fight David Avanesyan. Bro, I'm worried about the 40 and I'm from the Bay. That's a bar. Listen, that's a bar. Ooh, been about my cash ever since I was little. Woke up in the AM, tossed up out of my crate, took a dump in the Mediterranean. Bro, I'm still worried about the 40. Ooh, Terence Crawford, he would have fight Mean Machine and Lean Green Machine. Ooh, I'm still worried about that. Bro, so that's that. And if this show couldn't get any worse, but wait, there's more. I told y'all about to go in. I am going to fry y'all to a crisp. I know y'all enjoying the stream. Ooh, Terence Crawford would have fight David Avanesyan. Aye. Bro, listen, we still talking about the 40. We still talking about that 40 water. Listen, I know y'all are enjoying my stream. I know it's entertaining. I know I'm the best in the business. Get the likes up. I think it's YouTube, but please just bear with me and get the likes up. We just have to keep working. So I don't even know $40 Black Planet website or whatever that's called. I've never even heard of them. We just getting started. But wait, there's more. So David Avanesyan, right? Boom. That's him. 5 weeks to go. Everybody in the chat say 5 weeks to go. 5 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks. Bro, everybody in the chat type 5 weeks to go. Hype me up. Y'all got to hype me up for this. Everybody in the chat type 5 weeks to go. And I'll move on to my next point. I need everybody in here to say 5 weeks to go. Shout out to Isaiah Felix, somebody that can listen. $40. Oh, y'all go get that work. I told you I'm the Black Mamba of this. I'm the Black Mamba of this boxing. All right, we got some cash apps. While before I get to my next point, $2 from Zong Yang. He says, "Man, here's $2 for the accurate reporting. Appreciate you." Tony sent $1 in the cash app. Thank you much. Yittity. He said, roast the duck. Terence Crawford whole. Tony sent another $1, and he says, "Get him." Jay Dillinger sent $5. The money keep coming in. $5. It said, "Ego, is Bud getting his money on the front or back?" We have to get to that in a second. We also got a $10 cash app. Y'all showing out in the cash app. Okay. 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 We got $10 from my man Paul Ruffin. He said foundation donation. Yeah, keep supporting, keep donating. I'm the best in the business. This allows me to do more. Shout out to Kamal Oz. The money keep coming in. Okay. The WBC will award its new surgery belt for the winner. Facts. All right. So I had y'all say 5 weeks to go, 5 weeks to go, 5 weeks to go. This is a Frank Warren show, and they got 5 weeks to go. Terence Crawford is fighting on December 10th. This man that he's fighting, David Avanesyan, has a motherfucking fight scheduled for November 19th, 2022. Bro, I am going to slay. I'm going to slay you. I don't think y'all heard me. I don't think so. Like they say, I talk a little fast. If you listen real fast, I ain't got to slow down for you to catch up. Listen. You're telling me Crawford does good business, which is my only complaint I've ever had about Crawford. He is fighting a guy who has a fight already scheduled for November 19th of this year. Terence Crawford is fighting that same guy on December 10th. Bro, and then peep this. David Avanesyan is fighting John Minguez, who's undefeated, 17-0. Never heard of him, but he's undefeated at least. Crawford is undefeated. Bro, is David Avanesyan fighting two undefeated fighters within 21 days of each other? November 19th, and then fighting Crawford, an undefeated fighter, December 10th. Oh my, bro, y'all are stupid. Y'all are stupid as hell. I don't even know if the commission will approve that. Bro, the man already had a fight on November 19th. So he finna fight two undefeated fighters in 21 days? All right, whatever. Bro, he taking it back to the Ray Robinson day. Jack Johnson, he fighting every once a week and all. He fighting once a week. Bro, get this out of here, bro. This man finna fight two undefeated fighters back to back. All right. We ain't done enough. Listen, we just got a $10 cash app because y'all are amazing. This $10 comes from that dude named Dave. He says, man, you got to cook this duck Terence Crawford extra crispy. I'm working on it. Bro, so as of me recording the video, I haven't heard nothing about David Avanesyan's fight being canceled. So as it sits, the man is scheduled to fight November 19th. And he's scared. Actually, you know what? Y'all been so great to me. I love y'all. I'm the best in the business. Let me look on BoxRec. Oh, listen. Oh my gosh. Now they've updated. See, when I took the screenshot, they hadn't updated. Listen, I'm the best in the business. When I took the screenshot, they had not updated it yet. They hadn't got to it, but now they have. So I can give you the updated, just so y'all can really feel me. Bro. Bro, the man, so you can get the full picture. Listen, you get some binoculars and picture me rolling, baby. Bro, this man is, hold on, let me move it over. Hold on, can y'all see it? Y'all can see that? This man is scheduled to fight a 17-0 guy November 19th, 2022. And then he got to fight 38-0 Crawford on December 10th, which is 21 days. So 3 weeks apart. On Black Planet. Oh my God. Come on. Bro, he's fighting. Bro, y'all not understand? I don't think y'all understand how crazy that is. Crawford is undefeated with a record of 38-0. This other dude I've never heard of is undefeated with a record of 17-0. So this man is fighting two guys within like 2-3 weeks of each other with a combined record of 55-0 back to back. And I'm supposed to pay for this Bud Crawford fight, and this man fighting two undefeated fighters. He don't even have time to rest. Bro, you ever have like two jobs at once? Bro, because there's one time I was working like two jobs, going to college and working out, right? Two jobs, working out and going to college. I was dog tired, y'all. I was dog tired, bro. Because like I punch out with one job and I had 30 minutes, I got to get to the next job. That's David Avanesyan. He got to fight a 17-0 dude. Bro, it's 17-0 dude. 2-3 weeks later, he got to fight Crawford on pay-per-view. So once again, these are the business decisions of Bud, which is what I've questioned all along. That's weird. So some people, they're like, oh, what if Bud buys him out? So that's good business. So you have a man who has 5 weeks to go till his fight, and you were supposed to be negotiating with Errol Spence. You detour, and now you got to pay somebody. Bro, that's good business. That's good business. Dave Butts. Yeah, you butt all right. Block him. He said activity is good for fighters. Man, shut your dumb ass up. Bro, I'm Michael Jackson, y'all Tito. I don't care what these dudes are talking about because we're going to get to the activity. I'm going to bury y'all with that. Listen, I said stay tuned to the end of the stream. I'm going to bury y'all. Listen, this is going to be an ancient Indian burial grounds. I'm going to bury y'all. Y'all making excuses. There's no escape for Crawford. There's no escape for Crawford. We're going to get to the whole tune-up. He need a tune-up and all that. Bro, no, we're going to get that. I'm going to get y'all. I'm going to get y'all. So either way, whether David Avanesyan does the unthinkable and fights two undefeated fighters in 3 weeks, or if he gets bought out, it's still sloppy business. So Errol Spence, they were still trying to fight you on February 4th, and you have to do all this stuff to fight some guy no one wants to see you fight in your hometown of Omaha, and you got to buy a man out of his contract. You got to pay somebody off just to make the fight. That seems like a lot of work just to fight David Avanesyan. And again, it's not a fight that people have been clamoring for. Now, I told you at the beginning of this stream that I was the best in boxing history, and I do mean that. I told you at the beginning of this stream I would not get stumped. I told you at the beginning of this stream there would never be a time in my stream where my dialogue was choppy, or I didn't have an answer, or I was today, Junior, stuttering. I told you that. Stuttering Stanley. I told you there would never be no moments of that. So far, so good, right? Every question y'all have, I have an answer regarding this situation. Every single question. So the cookage continues. So far, so good. Y'all still ain't stumped me. Y'all ain't made me stutter. Y'all can't stop me. I'm the best in the business. So let's keep going. Frankie C sent $5. Okay.
The money goes into my baby.
Avanesyan got 2 fights in 21 days while a part-time job at Subway. You didn't have to say Subway, bro. That's hilarious. That man said at Subway. Let's keep going. I told you I woke up with a big smile on my face for this. Because I knew what I was going to do. I'm the Black Mamba of boxing. Shall we proceed? Okay. So, let's talk about tune-up. He need a tune-up. Bro, the Crawford Bud buddies are frantic. They know that I'm the best in the business. They know I'm cooking with so much, with the heat on high, the heat on hell, and they're frantically trying to find anything to rebuttal what I'm saying. So they're like, oh, but Bud need him a tune-up. He need a tune-up. He need a tune-up. So let's talk about it. I told you there would never be a point in here where I was stuttering. So Bud need a tune-up. That's what listen, get your act together before I start cooking. So is there anyone in here that wants to argue that Bud needs a tune-up because his last fight was the Porter fight, which is why he's not fighting Errol Spence? I have a special hot seat reserved for your dumb ass. Any takers? Anybody want to go against Boxing Ego in the hot seat and you argue from the positioning that Terence Crawford needs a tune-up because his last fight was Porter? Please step up, because I have something special for you. Because again, I told you there was never going to be a time in this stream where the boy Ego was looking bad. I told y'all that. Please step up to give these fans what they've been waiting for. Because online, I keep seeing it on Twitter and on Instagram and YouTube. Oh, Crawford needed a tune-up. Oh, where are the tune-up people? Because I'm trying to tune you up. Y'all can't beat me. Y'all can't stop Big Money Ego. Where are all the Crawford tune-up people so I can tune you up? Now, look it. They say, oh, Ego, he just block people. Ego, he don't care. If someone has a different opinion, hims just block people. That's what they say. But I'm giving you the opportunity in the hot seat, and y'all know the rules to that, to step up and all the tune-up crowd saying, oh, Crawford, he needs a tune-up. I'm giving you carte blanche to argue that point right now. Your points versus me. No name calling, no cussing and screaming. Point versus point against me. And I ain't heard nothing. Where are all the Crawford tune-up people? Because I want to tune you up. Pause. See, there's not one tune-up. So this is the funny thing about the internet, y'all. You go in the comment section, it's like, oh, he need a tune-up. Oh, tune-up. Bro, I see all this tune-up stuff. And now I'm asking y'all to please fight for your mans. Fight for the point. Stand up for something. Be a martyr for what you believe in. All these people talking about tune-up, and now it's crickets. See, this why I had to really fall back on the hot seat. Because every time it turns into a waste of time. They want to argue with me. They say they know more than me. They say I don't know what I'm talking about. They say they can beat me, but then it's a Money Mayweather fight. I come out unscathed, untouched. I still make it look good, pretty boy style. And then it's just, I end up wasting my time. Why? This is crazy. Like, I shouldn't have to see all these tune-up people are everywhere in the comment section. But now when we looking for them, now they all of a sudden they Patrick Swayze and Ghost. You see what I'm saying? If you go through the comment section, there's all these people saying, "Oh, but Crawford, hims deserve a tune-up." And then now I can't find one of these tunas in here. These cans of tuna keep screaming about Crawford need a tune-up. That's a bar. Because they know they about to get tuned up, bro. So anyway, I can't get no work, so I'll just keep going with my point. Because no one has no nuts like me to stand up and state their opinion. Everybody's opinionated till that opinion is challenged. And then you got to intelligently speak your opinion and, quantify why you said the silly stuff you said. Now, all of a sudden, everyone's opinion on hush mode. See, I ain't hushing. I'm saying the same thing that I was saying beforehand, afterhand. Okay, so let me just dissect the tune-up because I can't get no work. They don't want none with big money ego. I can't get no work. So let me just dissect this whole tune-up run. Crawford is considered by some pound for pound number one. And you saying you want a tune-up. So that's just light work. You know what I'm saying? That's just light. That's something light. I just got to hit y'all with something light. Just put that in your pipe and smoke it. Crawford is widely considered. He's top 3, pound for pound, number 1, 2, 3, wherever people put him. And him and his fans are now clamoring for a top 1, 2, 3 person to get him a tune-up. But guess what? I've always questioned on my videos Crawford's business acumen. Guess what? He's been fighting one time a year for the last 2 years. Kell Brook in 2020. Sean Porter in 2021. So you should be used to infrequent fighting because guess what? Errol Spence, he's fought about the same amount of times. The difference is Errol Spence nearly died and had a near fatal accident, which obviously sidelined him. Errol Spence also had a detached retina, which maybe been residuals from the accident. Maybe it weakened his eye or something. I don't know. You know what I mean? But whatever. He had to pull out the Pacquiao fight. So how do you have the same amount of fights as a mother effer who flew through a car and had a detached retina? But meanwhile, 100% healthy Terence Crawford, hims need a tune-up. Oh my God. Listen, I make boxing look good. I make this look pretty. I know y'all mad. Listen, I'm challenging you. That's a real life question. How do you have the same amount of fights in the span of 2-3 years or whatever as a person who clearly wasn't healthy? They flew through a car, hit asphalt, teeth busted. Then they had to get temporary teeth, Errol Spence. Then after those set or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like set in place or whatever the procedure is, then he switched out. Remember, people were questioning, oh, Errol Spence is talking different, right? Errol Spence, he don't sound the same. So Errol had to learn to talk again with the new teeth and all that. And Errol Spence didn't take no tune-up, boy. He didn't take no tune-up. And why is Crawford fighting the same amount of times as Crawford, to our knowledge, is 100% healthy. I know he didn't fly through a car, that would have been reported. And I know he didn't have a detached retina. So how are you fighting the same amount of times as Errol? If y'all want me to push the button and burn these excuses to a crisp, I need y'all to get the likes up. And can I get a hell yeah in the chat? If you want me to burn all of these excuses down, like only Boxing Ego can do, y'all need to get the likes up and put hell yeah in the comment section. I told you I was so ready for this stream. These young boys can't beat me. Put hell yeah in the comment section. I'ma burn them down, bro. I'm an Aries anyway. That's a fire sign. So I'ma burn them down, bro. I promise you. No, y'all got to put hell yeah. See, shout out to 76 Mark. He listened. Shout out to Isaiah. Okay. Yeah. So again, get the likes up. How is Crawford fighting the same amount? So I've questioned his business choices. How is the Crawford Bud Buddy said Crawford, he making brilliant choices. So Mr. Brilliant Choice Bud businessman, how come he's fighting the same amount of times as a Errol Spence, who clearly wasn't 100%? And to our knowledge, Crawford has been 100%. Why are they fighting the same amount of times? And then Crawford fans rate Crawford higher than Errol Spence. That's a fact. Crawford fans rate Crawford and they have Errol like 4, 5, 3. I've seen Errol Spence all types of disrespected. You know what I'm saying? But Crawford, if you look at pound for pound lists, is that cap or fact? If you look at most pound for pound lists, major like boxing corporations and stuff, big boxes, Crawford is always higher than Errol Spence. Is that cap or fact? Before I keep going, so I can flame you. Is that cap or is that fact? If you look at mainstream media, and Crawford himself said he's number 1 pound for pound, so he believes himself to be the best fighter in the world, right? Rightfully so. And old media and mainstream media always have Crawford in recent lists higher than Errol Spence. Is that cap or is that fact? That's all we're trying to get to. Okay, fact. Okay, yeah, now we working. Winston Barker, now we working. Okay. So once again, this doesn't look good for Crawford because the same people that rate him higher than Errol are now begging for him to take a tune-up. Do you want to know Errol Spence's stance on a tune-up despite flying through a car and hitting asphalt and chipping his teeth out and putting his family through that and whatever financial liabilities and DUI schools or whatever else he had to endure dealing with a mistake and a detached retina? Let's take a look at Errol Spence, who's rated lower by old media than Crawford. I'm gonna take a trip down memory lane so we can see what Errol Spence's statement is on a tune-up, because Crawford fans rate Crawford higher than Spence, but then they're saying Spence will get knocked out by Crawford and Crawford is rated higher, but they're begging for Crawford to get a tune-up. Oh my, I make this look good, man. Errol Spence says, and I quote, "Tune-ups are for people unsure of themselves, me." So he quoted himself April 11th of this year at 120. So this was well before, look at, y'all see it on the screen. 4/11/22. So this was well before any of these negotiations were even in place. Errol Spence quoted himself and says, quote, "Tune-ups are for people who are unsure of themselves, quote me, big fish." So Errol's a different breed. It's over. Errol Spence is different because any man that can fly through a car, deal with the physical therapy and aches and pains and bruises and whatever, scrapes, whatever else he had to go through. And this man talking about tune-ups are for people that are and this was before Crawford Avanesyan. That just came out yesterday. This tweet is from April. And the same people that rate Crawford higher than Errol Spence are begging for Crawford. Oh, but he needs a tune-up. But Errol Spence, he fought Danny Garcia after the wreck, first fight back, a top 5 person. And then after the eye injury, long layoff, he fought a champion in Ugas. So Errol Spence, after long layoff, here's an ego fun fact. Errol Spence, if you look at his calendar, he was on a 9-month layoff, which he talked about post-fight. I told you there's nobody better than me. And that was in the Kell Brook fight. So he said, I was out the ring for 9 months, blah, blah, blah. And he stopped Kell Brook before Errol Spence or before Terence Crawford got to him. So Crawford needs him a tune-up. That's what his fans are saying. He needs a tune-up. Errol Spence on a 9-month layoff fighting in Sheffield against basically Kell Brook, and he stopped him. And then he flew through a car, came back. His tune-up fight was a top 5 Danny Garcia at welterweight, former champion. Then off of the eye injury, he fought Ugas, who was a champion and just beaten Pacquiao. But Crawford fans, who again rate Crawford higher than Errol Spence, they're begging for Crawford to get a tune-up. Man, y'all down so bad. Y'all down so bad. But hey, yo, I got some more. Listen to this. If y'all want me to roll the clip, let's get the likes to 400. Block Chuck Duck. You a bum. If you want me to roll the clip and play the next segment, let's get the likes to 400. Bro, look, remember I told you I would not be sweating? Do you see any ounce of sweat on my finger? Do you see any sweat on me? I told you. When you're doing what you know is right and what's pure, you're not going to be sweating. Because I know what I'm saying is true. If y'all want me to roll the clip, say roll it, and let's get the likes to 400. Come on, y'all got to work. Y'all want me to work? Y'all got to work. Y'all got to work. If y'all want me to roll the clip, say roll it. Crawford is done. Come on, let's work. 400 likes. Let's go. Roll the clip. Hold on. We got everybody. Listen, on the count of 3, we're going to say roll the clip. I'm going to roll the clip. 1, 2, 3. Roll the clip.
Especially in such a big fight against Uga.
Look. Hold on, y'all.
At all with the eye coming back, especially in such a big fight against Ugas.
No, the eye's been good. Sparring's been great. I've been sparring, been looking good. Of course, it's been getting hit, so it's on point. It's great. It's feeling good. Have no worries at all. So don't y'all worry.
And it will be almost a year and a half since we've seen you in the ring. Ring rust, all of that type of things. Will we see the best Errol Spence come April 16th?
Definitely. I haven't been in the ring in a year and a half, but I have been training. So that's that one thing I've been training, been focused, been in the gym every day. So I feel like it wouldn't be any ring rust at all. I feel like I'm very sharp, and I'm a lot better than the last fights where I probably trained for 2 months and then fight. But now I've been training probably for about, probably 6 months.
Any concerns at all with the eye coming back, especially in such a big fight against Ugas?
No.
That was Errol Spence, and he was showing you what he's about. Errol Spence was asked by Brian Custer, and I know y'all could hear that, right? Brian Custer says, any concerns? You've been out of the ring a year and a half, and you're coming off of your stuff, and this was ahead of the Ugas fight. Ugas was a champion coming off a beautiful win, best career win against Manny Pacquiao, right? And Errol Spence said, nah, I don't feel like there'll be any ring rust. I feel sharp. I think it just made me better. Da-da-da-da. But again, the Terence Crawford Bud Buddies.
Any concerns at all with the eye coming back, especially in such a big fight against Ugas?
No, the eye's been good. Sparring's been great. I've been sparring, been looking good. Of course, it's been getting hit, so it's on point. It's great. It's feeling good. Have no worries at all. So don't y'all worry.
And it will be almost a year and a half since we've seen you in the ring.
A year and a half.
Ring rust, all of that type of things. Will we see the best Errol Spence come April 16th?
Definitely. I haven't been in the ring in a year and a half, but I have been training. So that's that one thing I've been training, been focused, been in the gym every day. So I feel like it wouldn't be any ring rust at all. I feel like I'm very sharp, and I'm a lot better than the last fights where I probably trained for 2 months.
So Errol, he's showing his character time and time again. Errol Spence has been a man of his word. When he says if he says jump, y'all should just say how high. He's been consistent. He said, I'm gonna clean up my side of the street. He literally cleaned up every belt on his side of the street. Only one remaining was the free agent / top ranked fighter Crawford. So it looks extremely bad for Crawford, bro. Crawford is like, bro, let's be fair. Crawford was in Mexico or wherever he was, and he was in the water, and he's like, Errol, where you at? I'm looking for you, Errol, big fish, right? Kamal Oz said, I'm going to consider Errol undisputed welterweight champ. Terence Crawford was in the water, and he said, Errol, where you at? I'm looking for you. You say you the big fish. Where your HOE butt at? But now, Terence Crawford fans, the Bud Buddies, are saying that Crawford needs a tune-up. But Errol Spence, he said he don't believe in tune-ups. He don't need no tune-ups after a car wreck and a detached retina. And he showed you that by fighting Danny Garcia and Ugas and that clip that I just played for you. But Crawford is, said that he's, Errol's scary. Keyshawn Davis, he said, where you at, Errol? Fight Crawford, scary. So there's this whole notion that Errol Spence is scary. Is that cap or fact? Team Crawford, his team, Bernie, his sister, Keyshawn Davis, they were alluding to Errol Spence being a duck, Errol Spence being scary, Errol Spence being a coward, Errol Spence being a yellow belly. I'm telling you why this didn't age well. Is that cap or fact? Team Crawford considered Errol Spence a duck or scared or whatever. Don't want to fight Crawford. All that. Now, I'm not asking if it's true. I'm asking if they said it. Y'all got to keep up. I'm not asking if you believe it. I'm asking, did they say that Errol Spence was scary and a duck? Shout out to my man 76 Mark. So let's get it. My question is this. We know Crawford's team insinuated that Errol Spence was scary. So that's fine. I can listen to what someone says. But what I'm asking you guys now, the actions of Errol Spence, are they the actions of a scary fighter? Given the fact that he's getting in car wrecks that nearly claimed his life, he could have died, and he's fighting a top 5 Danny Garcia former champion who has a big punch. That's a dangerous fight when you don't know if you could take a punch and your teeth are messed up or, what I'm saying, all that type of stuff. Then he fought Ugas, who beat Crawford twice in the amateurs, right? And he fought Ugas off of his career best performance, Manny Pacquiao. Meanwhile, Errol Spence was coming off a damaged eye and surgery. So again, does that look like the actions and the character of a person who is scary, like Keyshawn Davis said, like Team Crawford said, like Crawford said in the water? Errol, where you at? You supposed to be the big fish. I'm in the ocean looking for you. That's what I'm saying. It's not adding up. Like, if somebody's saying like, oh, you're a duck, you're scary, you're supposed to see the behavior and the traits and the pattern that line up with those comments. But Errol Spence, he's fought the better names at welterweight. He's done the heavier lifting. He did everything he said. I'm going to collect my side of the street. I'm going to kick everybody's ass on my side of the street. He did that. Collected the 3 belts from champions. From champions. So how do you want me to believe that Errol Spence is this scary dude, like in terms of like duck artist and things like that, but his actions aren't aligned to that? He's fighting dangerous fights off of car wrecks. He's fighting dangerous fights off of eye surgery. He's fighting fights off of long layoffs, no tune-ups. Who is Crawford fighting off of a long layoff? Washed up Kell Brook, who Errol Spence beat in 2017. Crawford beat him 3 years later in 2020. Crawford fought him in the bubble in the pandemic. Errol Spence fought him in Sheffield, where he had never lost at welterweight. Crawford fought him after he had already lost to Errol at welterweight, and he hadn't even been fighting at welterweight. And then when he fought Michael Zarafa, people said Kell Brook looked so. The Sky Sports or whoever that was, the UK commentator said Kell Brook needed to retire because he looked horrible. And Crawford fought him after that, and he fired his longtime trainer for the Crawford fight. So it looked like a cash-out fight. It looked like a cash-out fight. So, again, you want me to believe Errol Spence, he's this sucker, he's tucking his tail and all that type of stuff that Team Crawford is saying, but his actions aren't showing me that. Now you see the conflict. His actions are what he says he does. Terence Crawford fought Sean Porter when he was a podcaster, and he had been on a 405-day layoff, and he had lost his belt to Errol Spence. So he wasn't a champion. So you want me, Terence Crawford and his fans want Boxing Ego, the king of boxing, to believe that Errol Spence is a HOE and scary and all this stuff. But his action, he fighting champion Sean Porter. He fought champion Kell Brook in Kell Brook's backyard. Meanwhile, Bud fought them guys 2-3 years after Errol Spence had already beat them when they were champions. And he fought the non-champion version. Block Vic, you a bum. I don't care what you talking about. You a bum. And I know you don't make more money than me, so get him out of here. Now, I ain't put him in a hot seat. He a bum. That's a waste of my time. Let's get this money. Get Vic out of here. Vic C. Yeah, we're going to put that Vic's vapor rub on Vic. We're going to put that vapor rub to your chest. Breathe that in. Get Vic C out of my chat. Shooters, immediately. We ain't got no time for this. Boom. So again, the Crawford fans and the Crawford base want me to believe Errol is scary, but his actions aren't showing me that he's scary. That's the problem. That's why, like I said, this stuff is not adding up. Crawford wants to fight against David Avanesyan because he's on a tune-up. Errol Spence was off of things that could have messed up his health, like detached retina and car wrecks, and he not fighting David Avanesyan. He fighting better people than David Avanesyan, Garcia and Ugas. So this whole narrative that Errol Spence is scary, it's not adding up. And then, like, listen, the people keep talking. They were like, we could talk about the money. People are like, oh, how could you expect Crawford not to take it? It's an 8-figure deal. Bro, y'all dumb as hell. Do you know what 8 figures is? Do y'all know how much 8 figures is? Yes or no? Do y'all know what 8 figures is? Be honest. It's okay. Do y'all know how much 8 figures is? People talking about Crawford's money. First of all, I don't care about the man's money. I really don't. But since y'all want to take it there, okay. Y'all want to take it to his money? All right. Okay, Bill will understand. Okay, so people get it. So 8 figures means it's $10 million or better. So allegedly he getting $10 million or better. But the thing is, based on what? Because it says that in the ESPN article. The article says sources say he's getting 8 figures. Sources. I mean, sources could say they seen Elvis in the goddamn mall. What does that mean? So there's no way to, like, at this point, prove if that's even true. Because, bro, sources said that You know, Joshua was fighting Fury twice. And they ain't scheduled to fight. Joshua, he ain't fighting for the rest of the year, they said. Eddie Hearn said. And then Tyson Fury fighting unwanted Chisora 3 fight. Don't tell me that. Sources. But sources said, okay. Sources can say whatever they want. That don't mean sources said that undisputed Tyson Fury and Joshua was happening, and boom, it ain't happening. So that I don't even know if he's making 8 figures. Beyond the sources thing is not this. I didn't want to have to do this, but y'all made me. So where is this money even coming from? Let's be real. An app I've never heard of, Black Planet, Black Mamba, or whatever the app called. You know what I'm saying? Black Prime, that's what it's called. Black Prime, and they paying him $10 million. So if they're stupid enough to do that, it's going to be a failure anyway. Let's do the math. We know it ain't going to do no crazy numbers on pay-per-view at $40. $40 is half of the wage of a Tank Davis pay-per-view, right? So you would have to sell 2 pay-per-views to equate to one Tank Davis, one Floyd Mayweather pay-per-view that roughly costs $80. So you gotta double up just to make the same profit that Tank or Floyd or Wilder make in one pay-per-view buy. Never heard of the app. Never. They can't uck with the fact. Man, but I told y'all that. I told you I'm the best. I've never even heard of it. So where are they coming up with all this money? That's weird. But whatever. I don't have to do that. If y'all want me to kill him, put MDK. If y'all want me to kill him, put MDK. Cause y'all so concerned with what people say. I'm concerned with what I see. Josh Smith, Black Prime partner with Blue Blood. Well, okay, what does that mean? What's that got to do? Y'all just wasting y'all money. What's that got to do with what I'm saying? I've never heard of him. I don't care who have heard of him. I haven't heard of him. That's what I said. Listen, if anybody start name dropping a bunch of names, you will get blocked. I told y'all from the beginning. I don't care who the person is. No soliciting. I don't care the stuff I say is my opinion. And people just name drop of, so-and-so said. I don't know what so-and-so said. I don't watch boxing on YouTube. So I don't know what anybody said. I'm telling you what I said. I don't have time to worry about the opinions of everybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all just tell me like senseless stuff. I don't care what anybody said. I'm telling you what I said. What that got to do with what I said? That's like you in church and the pastor is preaching, the deacon is preaching, and you're like, oh, but the church down the street, bro, I don't know what the church down the street doing, but we up here in church saying amen, giving our praises. I don't know what the other church does. I don't know what the other chapels is doing. I know what I'm doing. Kentond. I never heard of that. Shout out to my man though. Scared Spence wins belts across the pond, but B-side Bud won't fight him in Dallas where the money is. All Bud's actions at 147 are suspect. Boop. See, that's what I'm saying. The actions ain't making sense.
The money goes into my baby.
So anyway, I don't know about the 8 million. I mean, the 10 million plus. If he gets 10 million plus, great. That's good for him and his family. But I don't know where they're coming up with the money. I've never heard of them. Me, Ego, I've never heard of them. But I do my research. I do the research. And since y'all want to play with me, now I got to flame y'all. Listen, I know y'all want me to be wrong so bad. I don't blame y'all. But since you want to go against the Dawn, I got to turn the heat up and flame y'all. If y'all want me to turn the heat up, put the fire emojis. I said, I know y'all want me to be wrong. I don't blame y'all. But now since y'all want to go against the Dawn, I got to flame y'all. If y'all want me to keep cooking, put the fire emojis. Y'all got to hype me up. This is not a game for me. I told you, everything y'all say, I got a counter for. Everything you done thought of, I've already thought of it twice over. I'm 10 steps ahead of you. y'all getting left in the dust. Bud fan base is delusional. Yeah, amen. Let's talk that. Let's talk about Danny. Let's talk some real stuff. I'm saying everything I said was real. Everything Kamal said was real. Everything Business Brain said was real. Everything Eagles Army saying is real. Kamal said David Avanesyan, Deary ain't beat Lamont Peters. Man, that's what I'm saying, bro. I know they want me to be wrong. I don't blame y'all. But since y'all want to go against the dawn, I got to turn the heat up and flame y'all. So the company that I've never heard of, Ego never heard of. I can't speak for nobody else. Ego never heard of. This was their landing page. Okay, boxer. I definitely know him. He followed me. Brian Norman. Hold on. Brian Norman. Everybody say Brian Norman. Listen, it's about to get thick. Everybody type Brian Norman. That's my guy. So I went to their website. Y'all say they got 10 million for Crawford. Okay. Everybody type Brian Norman. Everybody say Brian Norman so I could turn the heat up on y'all. So y'all telling me this company I never heard of got 10 million for Bud. 10 million plus. 10, 12, whatever. They got 10 million plus. Okay. Everybody type Brian Norman. Listen, everything I do is enormous while they lay dormant. I need everybody in the chat to type Brian Norman. I said Brian Norman. I told you I'm on fire. I'm unstoppable. Everybody say Brian Norman. Okay, guess what? Everybody that said Brian Norman, give yourself a pat on the back. Because y'all can spell. That don't say Brian Norman. That say Black Prime Brain Norman. Bro, get out of my face. Everybody in the chat spelled it correctly. So a bunch of random people on YouTube, they type Brian Norman like Boxing Ego said. And y'all spelled it correctly. I went to this page and they spelled his name wrong. That say brain. You wasn't using your brain. Stop playing with me. They got 10 million for Crawford. They can't spell a common name. Like Brian, they said pinky in the brain. Man, bro, how is it that everybody in my chat, that's why I set y'all up. Bro, I told you I'm like Floyd with this. I'm real surgical. Bro, everybody in the chat, I looked at it. Everybody in the chat spelled it right. Ego's Army out here spelling right. We well educated. We got diplomas. We graduated. We know how to spell. Their landing page, they spell Brain Norman. Who is that? Who is that? Brain Norman? Like, so this is a company that want $40 from $40. They want $40 from, you know, I got 40. Y'all know I got the 40. Y'all need to send me 40. I'm killing y'all. Somebody, y'all need to send me 40. Listen, I told you I'm from the Bay. Send me 40. I'm from the Bay. Send E40. Bro, the bars is tough. Oh my God. Listen, I said, I'm killing y'all. Y'all need to send me 40 from the Bay. I said, send E40 from the Bay. Send E40. Pfft, oh my God. Bro, I told you nobody in the game is messing with me. My brain is just another level. The brain is another. Y'all know I'm from the Bay. I said, I'm killing y'all. Send E40. Slow it down. I just dissed you. I said, I'm from the Bay. Send E40. Bro, you can't even, your landing page can't even spell the man's name right. And I'm supposed to take this seriously and give you 40 of my dollars, bro. I'm supposed to give you $40 for a Brain Norman fight. And you gonna spell his name wrong. That's just disrespectful. And he could fight too. I like Brian Norman. I don't know Brain Norman. I don't know him. Listen. Black Prime, y'all got to do better. Talking about Brain Norman. Y'all got to get together and huddle. A bunch of brainstorming. Listen. I said, y'all can't spell Brian Norman. Talking about Brain Norman. Y'all better get together and huddle. A bunch of brainstorming. That's a bar. Oh my God. Bro, I told you I was going to destroy y'all in this chat. I said, y'all can't even spell the man's name. Brian Norman. You spell Brain Norman. Y'all better get together, Black Prime, have a huddle, and start brainstorming. Listen, when it starts raining, it start pouring. The flow is wilder. I got them all snoring. Listen, y'all over the hill like Lauren. Listen, I said my flow is wilder. I got them all snoring. Y'all over the hill like Lauren. Oh my gosh, bro. Come on. Yeah, so that look, bro, Crawford is fighting on an app that can't spell. Okay. They got Brain Norman, and this where Crawford fight. Okay, got you. B-side Bud fighting in a cheap sweatshop. You have to do that. Come on, bro. He said a cheap sweatshop. I told you there's nobody that's nicer than me, bro. Hey, Will is tripping, bro. He said, I live in Omaha, Nebraska, and we headed to Crawford's gym with pitchfork and torches. Bro, y'all going tiki torch. Bro, y'all try to tiki torch the boy. Oh, my. I told you we going to have some fun with this one. Shout out to Ty. He sent $1. I appreciate you in the Cash App. Thank you. No message, but shout out to my man Ty. TBJ Transport. I got you. Bro, that's sad. Your landing page can't even spell the fighter's name. They probably finna spell Terence Crawford, Trance Crawford or something. Terence Crawfish. You gonna misspell his name too? Y'all got a whole app that can't spell. So I've never heard of them, and this is my first impression. This goddamn Brain Norman. Bro, that say Brain Norman. Like, y'all don't got spell check. In a world with iPhones and stuff, you don't got no spell check. Now, listen, speaking of this app I never heard of, because I'm the best in the world. Okay, see, y'all, I told y'all not to with me. Listen, I told you, I come well prepared. I'm highly skilled. I'm an assassin. If y'all want to get to 500 likes, I'm gonna hit y'all with the next. I told you, I don't stop, bro. Get to 500 likes so I could cook y'all with the next thing. Get to 500 likes so I could cook you with the next portion. The man said Terence Crawford. You wrong. Y'all wrong, bro. Do you know if they corrected the spelling error? It don't matter, bro. The fact that you had it, they changed it anyway. They put Crawford weak fight on there. Bro, y'all got to get the likes up. There's people in here that have not paid their tithes. There are several people who have not paid their tithes in the chat. You holding it up for everybody. I don't understand how hard this is. So we just cooking. We cooking. This is my first, so I've never heard of this app, and this is my first impression. A fighter that I know that follow me, you can't even spell his first name, which is a common name, Brian. You can't spell that. So I'm just telling you how I work. That's the first impression. But wait, there's more. This is Brian Norman's dad. He says, Black Prime was supposed to do their first show with my son headlining back in September. That show has been pushed back 4 times. It ain't happening. And he said the Brain Norman fight, this one ain't happening either. We have no opponent, no promotion, no nothing. Crawford not fighting for no damn Black Prime. I'm sorry, bro. I'm just the best. Listen, I'm the best. Y'all the worst. I'm the champ. Y'all the chump. So you have Brian Norman's dad, not Brain Norman, but you have Brian Norman's pops. And he says, my son's fight got pushed back. It was supposed to be in September. It got pushed back 4 times. And then he had another fight scheduled on Black Prime. Show you right. And they don't have an opponent for that. So that got canceled. Bro, and this is the app that Crawford finna fight on. Get out of my face. This is the app that got 10 million. They can't give Brian Norman. They got 5 opponents falling out. They can't give him no looks and he could fight. So there's nothing against him. but they got 10 million for Crawford. We ain't done enough, bro. Bro, his fight got canceled 5 times. 2 different opponents. Like, all right. And you tell me Bud makes good business decisions. PBC has never had a fight that fell apart 5 times. Never. Because if it was that problematic, they'll just cancel it. But they usually have a backup person on deck. So Bud and his team keep acting like this black advisor, Al Heyman, like he's the enemy and he's the bad guy trying to set up Errol Spence. They don't have no problem working with Bob Arum, a Jewish man from New York, and Top Rank, and Carl Moretti, and Todd DeBuff, and drug dealers from Ireland, cartel leaders, Daniel Kinahan, Black Power, Black Planet. He don't have no problem with that, but Al is the devil. Al is the enemy, and Daddy Al and all this other stuff they calling him, he's the real problem. He's the one that don't want to see Crawford shine and all that. But you gonna fight on an app that can't even spell the person's name right on the landing page. You gonna fight on the app that his daddy just said his son fight got, and his son is a good fighter. His son's fight got canceled 5 times. And they got 10 million for Bud. If y'all want me to continue the slaughter, I can do it. Listen, I'm Michael Myers. If you want the killing to keep, it's almost Halloween anyway. If you want the killing to continue, type Michael Myers. I will not stop. I am the Michael Myers of boxing. I am the Jason Voorhees of boxing. I am the Freddy Krueger of boxing. I am the Chucky, Charles Lee Ray of boxing. If you want the killings to continue, type Michael Myers, type Freddy, type Chucky. This is what I will now be known by, because I'm killing y'all. I am killing y'all. Any horror movie legend, when you want to kill Hannibal. So type Michael Myers, type Chucky, type Jason. That's the cloth I'm cut from. Yeah, you could put any horror, Freddy. I don't know what y'all mean. If you put a Pinhead, I'm a Hellraiser. I'm gonna blaze you like Pinhead. I'm a Hellraiser. Yeah, y'all want Freddy? Y'all want Hannibal? Yeah, y'all want Michael Myers? I'm coming. I promise you. Leatherface? What y'all want? I'm gonna give it to y'all want. Y'all want Leatherface? Okay. Yeah. Shout out to Clint. Clint want a little. Yeah, y'all want the Candyman? Say my name like Candyman. I will appear. Let's go. Bud Nello is trying to get his DAZN easy money game on. He want payday. I know that. Roger Given. Let's go. Yeah. Pennywise, Carrie, yeah.
Money goes into my
anytime.
baby.
Listen, that's my new wave, because I'm killing y'all. Name the horror movie icons to bring out you want to bring out the nasty. You want to bring out the nasty. You don't want me to keep it classy. Ego Kruger. Okay. Let me keep going with the cook up. So again, this is the app I've never heard of. I did my research. Yeah, y'all want the Predator? Y'all want Aliens? Y'all want Damien and Aliens? And listen, I said I'm the Predator, Alien, Damien. Y'all want Cujo? Let's go. Y'all want that Voorhees. So I do my research. I don't just speak. Who the is that? Gorilla. Crawford is fighting on an app with Gorilla. Bro, you gotta be issuing me. Bro, who is Gorilla? Bro, that just borderline sound racist anyway. Bro, this is the app that Terence Crawford is fighting on with some guy who's fighting named Gorilla. Bro, you can't make this up. Bro, who is that? Bro, you look like Kimbo Sliced. Bro, that's Kimbo Sliced. Who is that? Who is that? No, y'all going, see, y'all, I told y'all asked for the horror movie. You want to see a scary movie? What's your favorite scary movie, Sydney? Bro, y'all, I told y'all didn't want me to do this. Bro, who is Gorilla? Listen, I said I'm a killer. I'm a tiller. Y'all want me to order Crawford fight on Black Prime so I could see him face a gorilla. Bro, I've never heard of him. Who is that? Who is it? The man said Kimbo fried rice. Bro, I was doing my research and I was like, who is that? But like, he ain't fighting nobody. Why he just by himself though? Where's his competition though? It just say gorilla. Bro, this can't be a real. Okay, cool. My mans can fight. Whatever. Where's his opponent? Bro, where's his opponent? Like, he don't got no opponent. He fighting his demons. What is he fighting? Who he fighting? He fighting his bad habits. Bro, why he dolo though? Why he don't like, bro? That like, bro, what type of ad is this? It just gorilla coming soon. Gorilla, like, okay, gorilla, bro. Somebody said Glorilla. FED, I'm fucking free out, bro. I'm confused. I'm trying to do my research, and you just got a black man, and it just say gorilla. Like, he ain't got no opponent. He just fighting his demons. He fighting his demons and bad habits. I ain't got no opponent, but I am a gorilla. Bro, it like, what, gorilla versus Godzilla, Kong? Like, who you fighting, cuz? I told you I'm nice with this. I told you I'm nice. Listen, I'm nice like them street fights with Kimbo Slice. Bro, I don't know who these people are. Then I continue to do my research, right? Look, I told you, you want a horror movie? This is the app that Crawford is fighting on with Gorilla. Bro, I was like, bro, do you know who watches Martin? Who watches Martin? Who watches Martin, the show Martin? Any Martin fans? Anybody that like Martin Lawrence show? Say aye, yes, something. Let me know. My man said he fighting unemployment. Y'all know y'all wrong. Y'all wrong, bro. Oh, Jay Free know his stuff. Okay. Bro, they got Pretty Ricky that's Pretty Ricky what they call him. Bro, Black Planet got Miguel Nunez from Joanna Man, and he the commentator. They got Joanna. Bro, it's a pay-per-view, blackprime.com, bangbros.com. Pretty Ricky what they call. They got Joanna Man commentating the fight. I didn't even know he liked boxing, to be honest. He was in a basketball movie, and he was in Martin. I seen him in some 80s joints, 90s. Bro, y'all done got Pretty Ricky, 5 in the morning. Bro, y'all done put Pretty Ricky on the mic. Like, what is this ensemble of characters? Bro, y'all got Pretty Ricky. Bro, y'all got Pretty Ricky commentating on Gorilla. I'm a thriller in Manila. You got Joanna Man and Gorilla. This is where Crawford Avanesyan landed. I ain't never heard of this, bro. Bro, I ain't never heard of this. Bangbros.com. Hey, my man 76 Mark Nasty. Bro, I just try to do my research. I try to do my research to see what this app was about. And I'm like, what? Because I literally had never heard of it. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Y'all wanted a murder. Okay. Bro, you got Scarface versus the One-Eyed Wolf. Crawford, why you do this? Bro, who are these characters, bro? Scarface versus the One-Eyed Wolf? Bro, you got Tony Montana Tony Montana, man, versus Lone Wolf or whatever. The Wolf of Wall Street. Bro, this can't be real. Bro, this can't be real. Crawford. Yeah, and Al is the devil. Bro, Al would never have you fighting with on a roster with Lone One-Eye Wolf or whatever. It's me. Bro, I'm done, bro. Hey, Kenya, I hate you. I appreciate that super chat, but she said crackhead fights. Oh my God. Bro, this man fighting with one eye. What commission is approving that? Bro, listen, they ain't got no rules. Bro, listen, I'm not even trying to be fun. What commission? They don't have no commission? This is just Tyler Durden Fight Club? Like, come on, bro. How you gonna let a man fight with one eye? One eye Willie. That can't be real, bro. Bro, you're letting a guy fight. That's like the doctors letting Errol fight Pacquiao with the one eye. Like, come on, bro. Bro, it looked like his eye is gone. Bro. Scarface is finna fight a guy with one eye. So hold on, y'all. Hold on. Y'all wanted the horror movie. Y'all wanted a scary movie. I told you. I did my research before I did my stream. So let's look at this Avengers cast that Black Planet done assembled. You got Gorilla, never heard of him, but you know, I mean, whatever. You got Joanna Man / Pretty Ricky, and you got the One-Eye Wolf of Wall Street versus Scarface. Y'all wanted me to continue. Okay. Y'all want a horror movie? Okay. Bro, look, it said so this is Crawford Avanesyan. Rent me now. Bro, what does that say? Bitch, I'm back? No, hold on. Let's keep going. This is Crawford's network or whatever. Bro, you got Big King Panther versus Turner Wolverine. Bro, what in the Marvel fuck is this? What in the MCU fuck is this? Listen, what in the Marvel universe is this? The multiverse of madness. Who are these? Sound like superheroes. Big King Panther and Turner Wolverine. Hey, bub. Berserker Barrage. Bro, you got Logan fighting. You got the One-Eye Wolf, Sabretooth, and Logan fighting. You got Marvel versus Capcom. Bro, come on, bro. I ain't never heard of none of these people. And it's on pay-per-view. So this is Crawford fighting on pay-per-view with Big Nat King Cole or whatever. The Black Panther and Turner Wolverine. Bro, these are the business decisions that Bud be making. All right. Y'all want me to keep going? I ain't done enough. He said we owe Bob an apology. Bro, Bob, he was cooking. Bro, it says bang time. I thought it was battle rap at first. I ain't gonna front. So now we got Canadian versus Gorilla. Bro, who is Canadian? This busy bone looking, and they gonna miss everybody, and they gonna miss everybody. Living in a hateful world, bro, who is that busy bone looking dude? Block Chris Brooks, you a bum. You a bum. Kenya said the ghetto multiverse from Compton. I'm about to put Kenya in timeout. She is too funny right now. Okay, let's look at it. Gorilla versus Canadian. What does that say? Miminon Warrior versus Black Goku? He don't even look black though. Bro, who are these people? Miminon Warrior versus Black Goku. Fair Play versus Showtime. Bro, who are Fair Play and Showtime? So they got like left field and versus foul versus, bro. They got just random names. Left field versus foul ball. Like who are these people, bro? Left field versus foul ball. Like I never even heard it. Fair Play versus Showtime. Ani looked like a serial killer, and Reckless Rico. Bro, this is the app that got 10 milli for Bud. 8 figures, huh? 8-figure. He an 8-figure jigga. Reckless Rico. So they got money for Reckless Rico, and they got 10 milli for Bud Crawford. All right. He said, "What is Mimbanon?" I don't know, bro. They did, bro. This look like the nigga Kumite, blood sport, bro. They didn't put the nigga Kumite together. You have to be from. It's like the N one of Bloodsport, the nigga bro. Listen, they got Jean-Claude Van Damme. I ain't never heard of this, bro. They got. Tell me this ain't the nigga Kumite. Man, stop. Y'all done. Y'all done. They done really put some GT5 characters together. CJ in the nigga. The Kumite for niggas. Bro, I'm done. They done went to the Boys and Girls Club of America, just pulled some people out. And this is Crawford's power move. You should have stuck with Al, cuz. Bro, I had never heard of no Black King or whatever. I don't know. Y'all tripping, bro. Y'all bugged out. Look, but sure enough, it said Crawford Avanesyan on the Black Power Network or wherever. Look, so right with Bang Time, like this don't even look professionally done. Like this landing, I'm just being real. Like I'm a creative, you know what I'm saying? I got a website and stuff. That don't even look professionally done. You misspelled Brian Norman's name. Shout out to Josh Epps. He said Ani versus Tory Lane. Man, come on. The man said Cell Block 4. I'm done, bro. Y'all trip. Yeah, I can't deal with these jokes right now. Y'all, the island of misfits. See, I can't deal with this right now. Hey, Mystery Machines business break. Come on, my stomach hurt. Please stop. Please stop. They didn't put the Django fights on pay-per-view. The N-word, the N1 of Bloodsport, you stupid. I'm real. I ain't stupid. Y'all hating. Bro. Hey, can y'all get the likes up with this nigga tape? A-Pain said the Bang Bros names. Bro, his name was Pretty Rico or whatever. Bro, Mystery Machines is out here tripping. He tripping, bro. He said, "Rent me now." Like, that's what I'm saying. Look at this font. Like, it don't look. I'm just being real. Like, it's a real. Like, I'm a YouTuber, so sometimes other big YouTubers, they do channel reviews, and if I'm doing a channel review, this doesn't look like a professional website. Like, whoever the graphics person is, rent me now. Rent me now. Like, hey, babe, you want to watch Crawford Avanesyan? Rent me now. Like, Bang Time. So Crawford right next to Bang Time. Okay. What's that movie, Crossover, where they was playing basketball? This looked like characters from that movie, or Biker Boys. Like, they didn't got the cast of Biker Boys and reunited them to fight. Ego got my homies in the background crying, because y'all know what I'm saying is real. Lone Wolf McQuaid and all this stuff. Like, who are these people? This is the decision that Bud made. But Al Heyman would have did you greasy. That's what you believe. Al Heyman doesn't run a circus like this, like where it's like Bang Time and Miminon. Bro, if you don't get these Dragon Ball Z names like off my screen though, they misspelled Brian Norman's name. It just looked bad, bro. It looked bad. Y'all got to get the likes up. I ain't keeping doing nothing until y'all get the likes up. Like, I don't even know what a mimonon is. Mystery Machine said, nothing Crawford can do can ever fix this. It do look like Tubi. It look like the black Tubi, nigga be. Nigga be just putting anything together. Bro, this look like the black Tubi, nigga be. Nigga just be putting anything on. Bro, I'm sorry. This is just too funny. This is too funny. Oh, it's a dude from Troy? I don't remember. I don't remember no Miminon. Bro, this look like a BT movie and you done got them to fight or something. So Crawford, and here's the thing. They said Crawford is he needed a tune-up because he had to hurry up and fight. But peep this. Peep this though, y'all. The proposed date was February 4th. You're fighting December 10th. I'm going to say it again. PBC was down to do the Errol Spence fight with you on February 10th. Or 4th, excuse me, February 4th. You decided, nah, they taking too long, allegedly. They taking too long. Let me fight David Avanesyan on December 10th. So what are we talking? That's slightly less than 2 months. Because if you didn't fight December 10th, then you wait January, and then you would be fighting by February 4th. So you're basically waiting. If you would have just waited a month and a half, you could have fought Errol. That means you did not want to fight Errol. Do you hear me? Does that make sense to? Okay, I can understand a fighter wanting to get some activity. But if you've already waited 11, 12 months, if you've already waited 13, 14 months, what is the extra? Like, it's not a major jump from being inactive 13 months versus 15 months. It's just 2 extra months. So explain to me why you're like, oh, no, we're pulling the plug on this Errol Spence fight. I got to get some activity by fighting December when you could just wait a month, 2 months, and fight Errol for all the marbles in early February. It's not like they said, oh, we want the Errol fight in December of 2023. Because then, okay, I can understand. That's like a whole nother year. That makes sense. So to me, the only way that you would grow this impatient or whatever Crawford's team's trying to blame Errol for is because you would rather a tune-up style fight, which this is, David Avanesyan, and you don't want to go in against a demon like Errol Spence off of a lengthy layoff because of the character. So you're trying to build up David Avanesyan as this super dangerous foe, and no one else thinks he's just like super dangerous, you know, comparatively speaking. We know Errol Spence is dangerous, so that signifies that you didn't want to fight Errol because, again, a long layoff is a long layoff. You already haven't fought since November. What's another 2 months? I mean, honestly. Like, okay, put it this way. If you dated a girl and she was holding out for sex, listen, I know it's a crazy analogy. Listen, I'm the best at this. If you were dating a girl and she was holding out on sex and she didn't want to take it there in the first 60 days, she said she don't sleep with guys in the first 60 days. But on the 91st day, she said she would sleep with you. If you put in all this effort and you really wanted that girl and you know you just keep dating her and keep courting her, that she was going to sleep with you, and you've already made it 60 days in, and she said she was going to sleep with you in 90, 91 days, then you're like, I'm already 60 days in. Why would I turn around and then cut my losses and say, oh, no, I don't want this. I'm out of here, dude. When you've already, like, you've been courting this girl, you've been dating this girl, it's what you guys both want, but she was, you know, she was cautious and she was like, I don't want to do it too prematurely. You know what I mean? Which happens. But you've already gone that far. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, you've already gone that far. If you had like some kind of promise to, like, you know, like a finish line, then you're not going to turn around. Like, that's like you get to the last semester of senior year and then you drop out of school. Like, you went from preschool, K through 12, and you have one more semester. You got one more semester. Why would you drop out then? Do you understand the analogy that I'm making? If you done went through, like, so you've been in school for 13 years and you have one semester left and it's everything you want, a graduation, then as an adult, you'll be 18. You can get a job. You can go to further your education. You have some options. You can do whatever you want. You're not going to, if your grades are up to par and everything like that, and this is what you really want, you're not going to drop out with one semester left. You'll be like, all right, I did all this work. I've been in school since preschool, kindergarten, first, middle school. But that's exactly, you would wait. You would just wait it out because you had already traveled so far. But Bud Crawford, you did all this negotiations for months on end and you really wanted to fight and all that stuff. And you're like, oh, I got to draw the line in the sand. February is too far out, but I'll fight in December. Bro, that's cap. That don't even make sense. And y'all know that. Y'all know that. Let me get to Kamal Oz, but y'all know that don't make sense.
The money goes into my piggy.
So you're like, oh man, I've been wanting to get in the ring. So you can fight Guy A and have everything you want. Legacy fight the fans want. Undisputed fight. All the belts on the line. All you have to do is wait 2 more months. Or you could forego all of that and get ridiculed for fighting David Avanesyan, who lost to Lamont Peterson in 2017 for a fake belt, rather than just wait 2 months. Man, stop. There's no one on planet Earth that can make that make sense. Kamal says going from Errol to Avanesyan is like going from plan to falling off the alphabet. Plan to failing off the alphabet. Not even plan Z. Oh, plan A. I think that's okay. Plan A to falling off the alphabet. Not even plan Z. No Thurman standing on his boots or Ortiz. It's a joke. That's a good point. That's a good point. So, and then here's the other thing. Why not take a more in-demand fight? Like, let's say Errol Spence's team was playing around. Why not take a more dangerous other option? Stanionis, even the guy Stanionis beat. The guy that Stanionis just beat on the Errol Spence Ugas undercard. The Maydar, whatever his name was. That would be a better fight. Obviously, Jerron Boots Ennis. Obviously, Virgil Ortiz. Why wouldn't you take a more in-demand fight? Because you don't want that. That's why. You want to get overpaid. It's really no difference than Canelo. Like, see, and this is the part where I got to call people out, and this is the part where I got to show you that my greatness comes from consistency. They're not going to outwork me. I ain't worried about that. But it's consistency. The same stuff I'm calling Canelo out for, I'm calling Bud out for, because it's not much different. Canelo, you hear all the people like go to Showtime. Please fight David Benavidez. Please fight David Morrell. Please fight against Jermall Charlo. And he says, nah, F y'all. These are bigger fights, and we know they'll do better. But I'm fighting Dimitri Bivol and Triple G3. And I'm getting compensated well by the company, but I'm not listening to the fan. It's definitely not the best versus the best. Bivol, Bivol, he's a champion, but he wasn't looking good in his recent fights. So it wasn't on people's radar like that. You see what I'm saying? He's a good fighter, though. He's a good fighter. So What Bud is doing is really the same, but it's worse than Canelo. Here's why. Butayev, shout out to Uncle C TV. Because at the very least, Canelo's getting ungodly money where, you know, he's like, I'm getting $40-50 million to fight Triple G again. You see what I'm saying? Bud is not listening to the fans, fighting a fight that no one's clamoring for $10-12 million or whatever they allegedly are giving him. So at least Canelo's touching. Canelo's holding. Pause. Canelo's at least holding, getting 40-50 million. So he got people, like, based on his credentials, he got people crazy enough to, you know, spring the big bucks in the big bank to really cash him out. You know what I'm saying? So even the Canelo thing, from a Canelo perspective, is a little bit better just because he's getting paid more. Bud doing all this for 10 million or whatever, 12, whatever they say he's getting. And Bud showed you. I told you, when people, I said it before this was even announced. When people show you who they are, you got to believe them. Please get the likes up. That's all I'm asking. Get the likes up. People show you who they are, you got to believe them. Bud Crawford kept saying, oh, I'm a Hall of Famer without Errol. I don't need Errol. And he's acting like it. Simply put. Shout out to Business Brain. He warned y'all. Don't put other YouTube creators in the chat. We don't do soliciting. I don't know what y'all talking about. I don't know what he's seen, but that's a shooter. Y'all got to respect the shooter. Y'all respect the ones that got shot. I respect the shooter. Shout out to Hove. Don't put no soliciting. We don't care what no one else is talking about. This is what Ego's Army's talking about. This is what Boxing Ego is talking about. I don't know. I'm not. Imagine me being held accountable for everybody in boxing. I don't have kids, so I'm not babysitting a bunch of other opinions. You come into my channel, you're going to respect my channel. I don't care what the next person did or said or whatever. That's their business. I'm telling you my points. You know what I'm saying? Like, I told you, I treat it like a court case. If you in front of the judge, we're not worried about you're on trial. We're worried about your case. Don't bring up nobody else's case. Oh, but Shaquille O'Neal did it. No, it's not about Shaquille. We talking about you. So, but it looked bad, bro. And like, I don't even know if I can stop because I have infinite bullets. I have so many points that I've been talking for 2.5 hours and I haven't even got all the cook up off. It's truly insane. For example, the Bud Buddies had the audacity to try to underrate and disrespect Yordenis Ugas. They had the audacity. Remember, Yordenis Ugas beat Pacquiao. I really thought he beat Sean Porter. And the Bud Buddies had the audacity to say that Ugas was trash, to say that Ugas was a bum. But then now they're making excuses for Crawford. I don't get into the bum talk. That's not me. But I'm telling you what they were saying. They were bad-mouthing. Why is Errol fighting Ugas? Errol's fighting a bum. Errol should be fighting Crawford. Errol needs to fight Crawford. He ducked Crawford. They said Errol ducked Crawford to fight another champion that also had one belt. You dumb son of a bitch. Listen to what I am saying. Errol fought a unification with Ugas on his side of the street. The guy had one belt and a better win in Pacquiao than any of Crawford's win at welterweight. So Ugas had one belt and a better name in Pacquiao than Crawford has, and he has one belt. Crawford has in his whole career, he has never fought someone as regarded as Manny Pacquiao. And the Bud Buddies told you that Errol was a chump. Errol was a coward. Errol is a duck because he fought another champion. But then those same people are saying Crawford, oh, he had to do what he had to do. Oh, he's fighting the guy with a second belt, a secondary belt. Now they like secondary belt. Oh, but the money's good, so he had to do it. All the excuses in the world, but they told you Ugas was trash. The lie detector test determined that's a lie. And I've always resented that because I think Ugas is a damn good fighter. Like, to the point, if he fought off of Errol Spence loss. If he fought Keith Thurman, I don't know that he loses that fight. I don't know. He might lose. He might win. But he's a good fighter. And he beat Bud Crawford in the amateurs. And Crawford's fans, the Bud buddies, had the audacity to talk bad about Ugas, but then they're trying to big up David Avanesyan and say that David Avanesyan is a dangerous guy and he beat Josh Kelly. Josh Kelly had like 10, 11 fights. See, you can do this with people that don't know boxing. You can do this with people that don't know what they're talking about because they don't know who Josh Kelly is. They don't know who Avanesyan beat and who you lost. I don't know you beat. I don't know you lost to. I know what I'm talking about. So I know where you've been and where you're from. I know these fighters. So you can do that. Do that to the people, the casuals that don't know. You can't do that to me. I know what I'm talking about. And Ugas really did beat Sean Porter. Kamal says Thurman has been calling out Bud, yet he chose this swap meet fight against a guy whose recent opponents are Albanian warlords and Cobra Kai extras. He said Cobra Kai. Man. Bro, shout out to PLY. Bomac is also on record saying Ugas a killer. But again, the Bud Buddies are saying David Avanesyan is the truth. And no, they like the fight, allegedly. But they had a problem with Errol fighting Ugas, a real champion who really beat Porter, a champion, and really beat Pacquiao, a champion. But they said Errol fighting Ugas was a bad look. But now all of a sudden, it is quiet as church mice. You can't tell me Ugas off of Pacquiao and his run, he had like all wins. He had all wins. You can't tell me Ugas is trash, but then you love David Avanesyan. And this is a great fight, and Bud made the right call. But again, stupid is as stupid does. Y'all can't beat me. So all this stuff is bad. It look bad. It sound bad. It's a duck. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I think it's a duck. I truly think it's a duck. He didn't want to go in with a guy as dangerous as Errol Spence off of inactivity, and then they played games, strung it out, and made it look like they were still interested, but behind the scenes you snaked them, and you was really working on a separate fight that you actually chose because you rather would get overpaid for a tune-up than to fight a super dangerous fight that we all want to see. Because like Kamal said, why not fight Thurman? Why not fight Stanionis? Why not fight Virgil Ortiz? Why not fight Jaron Boots Ennis? Like, I get it. Okay, you just said, oh, Errol's playing games. Okay, fight Boots. Crawford fans keep telling Errol to fight Boots. Boots called both of them out. Hold on. Boots done called out Crawford. Boots done called out Errol. The Crawford Bud buddies, they want Errol Spence to fight Jaron Ennis, but they don't want Bud, who needs a resume name at welterweight. They don't want him to fight Boots. They throwing it on Errol. Oh, Errol, you need to fight Jaron Ennis. Errol already has 3 belts. Errol already has a great resume. Bud doesn't. Bro, the hypocrisy and the double standards, y'all sound stupid. The Bud buddies are trying to throw Boots Ennis on the man that has 3 belts, on the man that did everything he said he was going to do, on the man that has a great resume, and on the man that did the heavier lifting. But meanwhile, so tell me this is fair. Bud has shop-worn dudes at welterweight, out of prime vets and stuff like that at welterweight, unknown guys at welterweight, hasn't done the heavier lifting, only has 1 belt. He gets to fight David Avanesyan, but then y'all trying to throw Jaron Boots Ennis on Errol. So not the guy who has the worst resume out of the two, not the guy that they say is pound for pound number 1. You want the guy that's rated number 3, 4, 5, 6, because we know y'all disrespect Errol Spence. So they got Errol Spence as low as number 6 and all this. The number 6 guy, he got to fight Jaron Boots Ennis, despite having 3 belts, despite his run, despite coming back from accidents, despite coming back from layoffs and eye surgeries, despite the fact that Crawford wasted his time. He got to fight Boots. But then the guy who's fighting Jose Benavidez after he got shot, the guy who's fighting Mean Machine getting dropped, who was coming off of a fight where he should have lost to Ray Robinson. You know what I mean? A guy who's fighting a shop-worn Amir Khan who has no punch resistance. A couple fights after Canelo knocked him out. He don't got to fight Boots. I mean, this is funny. He get to fight David Avanesyan. So the Bud buddies y'all exposed. It's over. It's over. If you don't see it my way, it's over. You are completely biased, and you know it don't make sense. The guy that's been doing the heavier lifting, you want him to keep doing the heavier lifting. He don't get a tune-up. He don't get a David Avanesyan. He had to just keep fighting killers. But then the guy that's done the less lifting with one belt, he get to have tune-up style fights that we know he should win his whole welterweight run. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. You know that don't make sense. That's like a person at your job and they called in sick. They took extended breaks and lunches. They didn't complete their work list. And then another person came on time. That person was punctual, diligent, completed all their tasks, helped other people with their tasks, did their whole work list, responded to all their emails, worked double time, worked overtime. And then you try to put more hours on them. They got to work more hours. But then the person who wasn't pulling their weight, they can keep not pulling their weight. That's not fair. But this is the life that the Crawford Bud buddies, they think I'm not going to point out. So Crawford could fight Jeff Horn, who really didn't beat Pacquiao. He could fight Jose Benavidez after he got shot in the leg. He could fight Amir Khan, ain't got no chin, 2 fights after he lost to Canelo. He could fight Mean Machine directly off of a Ray Robinson fight that he lost, but they lied and said it was a draw. He get to fight against Kell Brook, whose eye got smitted by Triple G and Errol 3 years and 4 years before. He get to fight Sean Porter, who's no longer a champion, and was on a 400-plus day layoff. Everything I said was fact. Not one thing I said was a lie. Sean Porter, who's also doing Triller and Ring City and podcasts, and it looked like his attention was not just solely boxing anymore. He said he was going to retire regardless. He had arthritis in his hip. And he get to fight David Avanesyan, but that boy Errol Spence, he gotta fight Boots. Man, y'all come straight out of a comic book, man. Herbert Johnson, salute Ego. You called out this BS. It's so many people that scared to call Bud out for this week. Nah, they called him out. I've seen it, but I feel you. He has been playing this whole time. I lost a lot of respect for some people on YouTube. And listen, I'm not here to talk about nobody else on YouTube. I'm talking about what I'm talking about. The fact remains, I'm the best in the game. It's always been that way. It ain't never going to change until I say so, and I don't say so. I'm the best. Y'all got to deal with it. The stuff I say actually happens. The stuff I say comes true. You can bank it. It's bankable. A lot of people want to do this and say whatever they say, and then the stuff never check out. The stuff I'm saying checks out. I've criticized Bud for one thing and one thing only, and that was his business acumen. You can't tell that you watch this whole stream and tell me that you think these are powerful power moves from Bud and his team. Like the Crawford fans, they're all defensive because they have to be. Errol Spence, he don't got to be defensive because the world sees what it is. The Crawford fan, they're the ones sounding angry. Oh, you guys are a bunch of haters. Screaming and cussing. And I don't got to do all that. Bud made his choice. Enjoy the 10 million. Good job. We'll see how many pay-per-views he does. We probably won't never know. $40. I mean, it is what it is, but not a good look. Not a good look. And again, nobody's addressed any of the concepts that I brought up. How can Bud say he can't wait till February, but December is perfect? It's perfect because you fighting a guy that you know can't really probably beat you, which is David Avanesyan. Real facts, Ego is like dead shot in this story because he don't never miss. Facts. Steph Curry with it. Drake with it. I don't miss. Listen how dumb that sounds. You're telling me Bud couldn't wait and not fight in December to fight early the first week of February before the Super Bowl against Errol Spence. So you're like, oh, I've taken all this. This sounds just like Joshua playing games with Wilder. It really does. When Eddie Hearn and Joshua were acting like they were trying to negotiate, stringing it along. Wilder was going along with it, and then when it came down, they're like, oh, we're fighting Povetkin. It's the same story. History repeats itself. For those that follow my channel or remember the Joshua Wilder, when they were both undefeated, both champions, this is exactly what happened. Joshua, Eddie Hearn try to make it. They try to force. There's ways to talk yourself out of a fight. Also, there's ways to negotiate and burn time and waste people's time and then go the direction you always wanted to go. And that's what Bud Crawford did. Keep making them make changes and mess with the contract. Say you're not happy. You know, try to get your way. And if you can't get the way, keep having them change stuff. Keep having them change stuff. And then before long, you say, oh, you took too long. Now I'm fighting Avanesyan. It's the oldest trick in the book. Cameron Renfro. Bud Crawford doing this move right now makes me appreciate Errol Spence even more. Facts. Oldest trick in the book. Delay, delay, delay. I'm unhappy, unhappy, unhappy. And then you stall out long enough, like Errol Spence said on his Twitter. You stall out long enough, and then now you're like, oh, I ain't got enough time to fight you. All right. Canelo did that with Plant for September. Same thing. Yep. And then this whole narrative that Al Heyman is the bad guy trying to hurt Crawford. I don't know why he has this where Bob Arum's not trying to hurt you, and Top Rank and Carl Moretti, Daniel Kinahan, a notorious drug cartel leader, they not trying to hurt you. Black Prime or whatever, which has no like real history for producing big fights. You're not looking into their books and need full transparency and all this stuff. But you're skeptical of Al Heyman and PBC, who put on the biggest fights in boxing history. I mean, that's not an opinion. That's the reality. They have put on, there's no fight bigger than Pacquiao Mayweather and Mayweather McGregor, Mayweather De La Hoya, Mayweather Canelo. None of these fights are doing those types of numbers. So single-handedly, PBC has been responsible for the biggest fights. Even fights like recently, there's no fights like Tank Davis fights. You know, Wilder's fights did great numbers. Errol Spence is doing good numbers. You know what I'm saying? But you making it like Al Heyman's the devil and the bad guy, but you have no problem working with a Caucasian drug lord from Ireland. And then they put sanctions on him. So then now you can't publicly work with him, regardless of if you work with him or not. It's taboo. But Al Heyman, there ain't no sanctions on him. There ain't nobody looking for him and trying to run him out the country and all that. And he's not exiled. People can still get a hold of him that need to be able to get a hold of him. Bad look for Bud, people. Bad look. I still respect him as a fighter, but this move is sketch. That's just, it is what it is. Very sketch move, people. Can y'all get the likes up? I need y'all to get the likes up. Very sketch. Because again, like, you're not going to make this make sense where you just had to fight in December rather than February. What's the big difference? Anybody, let me know the big difference. If you really wanted the Errol Spence fight, why would you give up on negotiations when you had already put so much time in? What is the big difference between fighting December 10th and February 4th? Let me know. That's all I want to hear. I don't care about no other comment but that. Why is it that you had to fight December 10th and you couldn't have waited till February 4th to fight Errol? The fight we all want to see. My man said fear. Bud is delusional as a businessman. I really believe that. Boxing Ego believes that Bud Crawford and or his team are delusional in the sense of what they think they're entitled to and the actual way that boxing and the business works. We have to now question, was Bob Arum capping? Because I'll be real, and I did a 30-minute video. Please, after this stream, make sure you guys check it. That's all I want from y'all. Just support the content. Making great content for the people. Smash the like button and support great content and content creators. Because there's a lot of people that go above and beyond and pay and stuff like that, like Tevis just did. But some people can't afford to. That's cool. But what you can afford to do is scan the QR code and hit the like button. You can at least do that. You should actually be doing one or the other on my channel. And if you don't, then you're not a supporter. That's cool. Get to stepping. Because we doing things over here. We doing real stuff for boxing. Tevin Smith, starting to look like Bud don't want this fight, but he don't want Errol to become undisputed, so he's stalling him out until he moves up to 154, then he'll retire. That's a great point. Bro, and Bud, he just, to be honest, from a business perspective, he come across as a hater. You wasted these people's time. Just tell them you was fighting David Avanesyan. And then everybody could have went their separate ways. So that's a hater move. A hater move would stall you out. You see what I'm saying? That's a hater move if you stall somebody out and waste their time and then you do fighting David Avanesyan. But like I said, I stand on that. Bud Crawford's team is delusional in the business sense of entitlement. You think you're owed something because you're a great fighter. That's never how it's ever worked. It's a lot of great fighters, a lot of skilled fighters. You know, they say you don't get what you're worth, you get what you negotiate. And now we have to really question Bob Arum, because I'll be first to admit my mistakes and stuff like that. When Bob Arum, I stuck up for Crawford. Y'all got to remember these videos. When Bob Arum was saying nothing but negative stuff about Crawford, I was like, hey, it sounds like Bob's just kind of hating on Crawford. It sounds like he's hating on Crawford because he knows Crawford's finna leave. And I think that was the sentiments of most people. But if you actually look at what was being said, Bob don't sound that crazy. The stuff he was complaining about from Crawford doesn't sound so far off. And I went in depth. You guys got to check the video. You guys got to look at the content. So I did a 30-minute video. I just put the link in the description. Please, after this stream, check that video out. But truth be told, Bob does not look crazy. All the stuff he was saying about Crawford, at the time, we thought he was lying and crazy and, you know, just spiteful and hate. But looking back, what he was saying, he was kind of cooking. He said Crawford is hard to deal with. Boom. I think Crawford has good experience with this promotion. If it goes well, maybe he'll resign. Terence isn't going in the ring unless somebody is putting up a really good guarantee. And you know there aren't many people around that will. Arum is probably correct in the notion that there aren't too many major promoters who will be willing and able to guarantee the purse demands that Crawford will want going forward. But he'll likely have some stiff competition. Bob, that's from Bob Arum. That's not accurate. He said Crawford will not go in the ring unless he gets whatever purse. So now we understand that Bud and the diva behavior and the sense of entitlement is the real holdup. Bob told you. That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. And I've listen, I'm going to take a break, but I'm going to leave y'all with this because I've been bumping my gums. Look at it like this. I'm going to say it like this. I'm going to say it like this. I'm going to say it like this. Bob Arum was cooking. We thought he was hating, but he was cooking. It's that simple. Please get the likes up. Because here's the thing. He just told you, he said Crawford's not going to go in the ring unless he gets an insane guarantee, and I don't know who can meet those demands. He also told you, I'm not going broke for Crawford. He said Crawford's a loss leader, which is somebody who loses money. Even if the eight-figure deal is true, Prime video or whatever, Black Prime will lose money. They'll lose money. There's no way that's profitable to the point a $40 pay-per-view can justify paying Crawford 10, 12 million. You killed it in your Unpacked video. James, I appreciate you. That's what I do it for. There's no way you could justify that type of purse, that type of opponent, and make it make sense to the point where it makes sense for your business. Whether he's getting that much or not, whatever. But let's say it's true. If it's true, you're definitely going to lose money on that. Bob said that. He said other people could pay. Al Heyman or somebody else might be able. I'm not paying. I'm not going broke for Bud. And now it sounds like Bud wants these insane demands met. Bob had a point. Here's the other thing. I told you how this works. And I like I said, please support the channel in the ways that you can, because I'm one person. My voice is already starting to feel tired because I've been cooking. So just keep working. You know what I'm saying? Let's just Ego's Army. Let's get it. This is how it works in the business of boxing. Does Bud have good numbers historically on pay-per-view? Yes or no? That's a straightforward question. Has Bud performed well via pay-per-view in his career to this point? Yes or no? I don't want to deal with any extra. Has Bud done historically well on pay-per-view in the fights that he's had that have been pay-per-view? Yes or no? Easy peasy. It's a yes or no question. Hell nah. Ego don't be lying, y'all. Shout out to Manny Gomez. Let's go. No, never. Y'all gonna make this super easy for me then. Hell nah. Y'all gonna make this super easy. Y'all gonna make this easy for me. Okay, so we all know he hasn't. That's his problem. He thinks that he's entitled to, because he's a great fighter, he thinks he's entitled to an insane guarantee, but no righteous, upstanding, sensible business is going to give him with SHIT numbers that he's produced in his past event. You can blame Bob Arum. You can sue Bob Arum. None of that matters. The numbers that we know you've done in the Postal fight, the Amir Khan fight, and the Porter fight have been trash. You're not going to get an insane guarantee. People keep saying stuff like, oh, PBC tried to wrong him. How can they expect him to sign and he don't know how much money he's going to get on the back end? It sounds stupid. Here's why. Is there anybody in this room that believes that Bud Crawford would make less money fighting Errol Spence under any circumstance with PBC on pay-per-view, a pay-per-view that cost $80 instead of $40? Does anybody believe that Bud would make less money on a fight like that when it's all said and done? Simple. Listen, y'all got to help me out. I need simple yes or no answers. Does anybody believe that Bud Crawford would fight Errol Spence under the PBC umbrella and make less money take home than what he's going to get for the Avanesyan fight on Black Planet? Anybody in here? So I can see how much work I have to do. Okay, so we know he's acting like Al Heyman is this demon entity, like that's trying to oppress him and hurt him. And PBC is they don't want to see the brother win and he the man, like whatever. This notion of paranoia, like PBC is out to get him. But no one believes that he would make less money than Errol Spence. People are like, oh, you want him to just blindly sign a contract and not know the back end. No, that's not it. Bro, you're getting a percentage. The better you sell the fight, the better you help hype the fight, the more money you'll make. The better the fight is, the better your performance is, the more money you'll typically make because the anticipation factor will be there. And the only way it has to be like that is because he has horrible numbers. For example, Showtime is willing to do a one-off with Mr. Canelo Alvarez because Canelo Alvarez has shown the ability, given the right opponent, he's shown the ability to generate money and top tier money in the sport. You know what I'm saying? Like his live gates be bigger than Prospect's live gate. You see what I'm saying? So that's why Canelo Alvarez, they can do a deal and PBC can say, hey, we'll give you 40 million no matter what, because they have enough data on Canelo Alvarez to say, oh, if you fight Caleb Plant for Undisputed, the way our promotional engine works and the way we promote the fight, right? Bro, the next person that solicits, we're going to block you. I don't care about like either you're here on my channel to listen to what I'm saying and be a part of this community or not. I don't care what no one else is talking about. Don't interrupt me. I don't care. We don't solicit. Shout out to Israel. He just became a channel member. He sent $1 too. I don't care. Like you could bring up John Lennon and all these people. I don't care what no one else is talking about. I know what I'm saying, and I'm only accountable for what I'm saying. Capiche? Thank you. So, the reason PBC, can we get the likes over 600? We're struggling. The reason PBC will offer Canelo 40, 45, 50 million guaranteed is because they know they have data on Canelo that suggests if he fights the right names and you can build it into an event, you should get money back. Like it'll be advantageous for all parties involved in the promotion. Bud is an amazing fighter. Amazing. But his metrics don't align with as amazing as he is as a fighter. These aren't the same. So a company like PBC, they're not DAZN, where they're going to give Golovkin and Canelo an egregious amount of money only to flop and lose a bunch of money and be in the red for the last 4 years. That's not how PBC or any respectable business will conduct their business. The goal of a business is to make profit so you can keep doing it. Nobody is trying to lose money. Whether you do it or don't, that's not the intent. Bud has horrible numbers. Shout out to Frederick Meadows for becoming a channel member. Bud has terrible numbers and he thinks he's owed some crazy guarantee. So he took a concession by taking 35, 40% or whatever. That's standard. 35, 40%, you're still going to make a lot of money. Floyd Mayweather, okay. This is so annoying that I have to explain this time and time again. Is Floyd Mayweather bigger than Terence Crawford? Is he a bigger name than Terence Crawford? Yes or no? Is Floyd Mayweather a bigger and more well-promoted name than Terence Crawford? Yes or no? All right, watch this. When Floyd fought Oscar De La Hoya, was he bigger than Terence Crawford is now? Did he have a better resume than Terence Crawford does now? All I want to see, I've been streaming for a while, yes or no's. When Floyd stepped up to fight Oscar De La Hoya at his weight, the golden boy of boxing, did Floyd have a better resume than Crawford does now? And did Floyd Mayweather have a bigger presence in boxing than Crawford does now? Yes or no? So basically, I'm asking, when Floyd fought Oscar, was he bigger than Crawford? Okay. Everybody in the chat is correctly saying yes, Floyd had a better resume. Yes, Floyd was bigger. Let me show you how this works. Appreciate you having a nice setup to stream and or make videos instead of just sitting in a car. Oh, shout out to Emmanuel Lopez. Okay, so everybody said that Floyd Mayweather is bigger and had a better resume than Crawford when he fought De La Hoya. But in the De La Hoya fight, let me show you how this works. I'll connect the dots for you. In the De La Hoya fight, Floyd was the B-side in that equation because of Oscar De La Hoya was so popular. Now watch this. Watch how I connect it. Even though Floyd was extremely a great fighter and popular, De La Hoya was more popular. So De La Hoya had all the options: ring size, glove size. He got to pick his name first and walk out second or whatever he wanted. He had all the options. When it was said and done, Floyd Mayweather earned 33% of the total pot of money that fight generated. And at the time, there was no Pacquiao and Mayweather fight that had happened. There was no Floyd and Conor McGregor. At the time, that was one of the highest grossing fights ever. De La Hoya got 67%. Floyd Mayweather, because in that equation, he was the B-side, got 33%. So as I've stated, this is pretty standard for Crawford to get 30, 35, 40% in that range when someone has better metrics than you and is bigger than you. It doesn't matter if you think you're bigger, badder, puff your chest out. None of that matters in business. Crawford, his business has looked bad. His numbers had looked bad. You're not bigger than Big Fish Errol Spence in that capacity. You could say, I'll whoop him, I'll break your neck and all that. You're not bigger than him in a business sense. You haven't put more butts in seats in a business sense. You haven't done better pay-per-views in a business sense. So Crawford is acting like he's being wrong. Show me the money and all this type of stuff. You would make more money with Errol Spence getting 30, 33%, 40%, or whatever they offered you as the B-side, because the fight would be big and desired and the live gate would be bigger and all that type of stuff. You would make more money. But Bud thinks he's an astute businessman, which he is not. And he'd rather go to Black Planet or Black Prime or whatever they call and get to 10 million because he's like, oh, I want my flat fee. I want my guarantee. They're going to guarantee me 10. Bro, they're going to guarantee you 10, 12 million dollars. Bro, Bud don't know it. He's not the businessman y'all think. Billy Joe Saunders and Kovalev got $12 million in their fights with Canelo. Danny Jacobs got like $10, $12 million in his fights with Canelo. Bud out here fighting on an unknown app, and he's like thinking he making power moves, but the power move would be a legacy fight, and the fight where we know you are on the back end, you would generate more. But Bud is so used to being with Top Rank, and they promote him how they promote him. It's like he developed a sense of paranoia. So he thinks that PBC's out to get him. They got more money invested in Errol, and they're not going to promote it. So he's like, no, I'm not going to take the short money up front. But you have to understand, PBC is not Top Rank. They do their stuff a bit different. So the way they do the back end money, he's not used to seeing probably large chunks of money on the back end because he's used to it's like a ghetto mentality. I'm just being real. It's a ghetto mentality. It's a ghetto mentality. If you take someone from the hood and they don't know metrics, they gonna do some ghetto-ish and they gonna think they getting over on you, and you really fronting and stifling or stagnating your cash. You see what I'm saying? Because some people, they don't know money as much as they think they know money. Does that make sense? So they think they're getting over by, give me the I'd rather have the high guarantee on Black Planet than to take the short money up front to take the short money up front and make all my money on the back end. Floyd Mayweather fought Canelo Alvarez. I'm showing you how this works. I'm the best at this too. And I've been in the game to know how it works. Floyd fought Canelo and he fought Robert Guerrero. If you look it up, this is all fact. Call Floyd right now and ask him. Because Floyd gets business. He gets busy and he gets business. That's a bar. Breaking Hustle Man from Martin runs to Black Planet. Yeah, bye-bye pay-per-view. Listen. Floyd understands the business. If you look it up, Floyd's guarantee for Robert Guerrero was, anybody know? Listen, I'm going to let the fans answer. Does anybody know Floyd's guarantee for Robert Guerrero? I'm schooling y'all. Y'all playing games. I'm schooling y'all. Y'all need to pay attention because y'all be in the comment section of other videos and stuff just saying foolish stuff. I'm schooling y'all. Does anybody know what Floyd's guarantee was for the Robert Guerrero fight? Hurry up because y'all starting to piss me off. What was Floyd's guarantee? Everything I'm saying is historical fact. Oh my gosh. D. Munson, love you. 32 million. That is the correct answer. Floyd, listen, I'm going to show you how it works. I'm the best in the world. Floyd's guarantee for Robert Guerrero with Showtime, the amount that they were willing to guarantee him was $32 million. Does anybody know Floyd Mayweather, his next fight, Canelo Alvarez, what was his guarantee for the Canelo Alvarez fight? So we've already established Floyd's guarantee for the Guerrero fight was $32 million. What was his guarantee for Canelo fight? What was Floyd Mayweather's Showtime guarantee for the Canelo fight? Boom, slim. It was $32 million. Now, again, this is what I'm talking about with a ghetto mentality. A ghetto mentality, you're going to look at that and say, oh, Showtime robbed Floyd Mayweather. No, y'all wrong. Slim was the only right one. Slim was the only right one. Y'all need to and learn something. A ghetto mentality, you're going to look at it like, oh, Showtime trying to play Floyd. How did he get 32 million guaranteed for Robert Guerrero and 32 guaranteed for a much bigger fight with Canelo? Because Floyd Mayweather, money, that's why they call him Money Mayweather, is smart enough to know you don't tax Showtime on the upfront money because you're getting the back end money. And since Canelo is a bigger Mexican star than the Mexican-American Robert Guerrero, when it was said and done, even though the guarantees were the same, Floyd made exponentially more on the Canelo Alvarez fight because of the back end money. Get it? That's how you can have the same guarantee for the Berto fight, the Canelo fight, because they were willing to guarantee a certain much. Like, okay, it's a Floyd fight. We're going to do X amount of pay-per-views. This is how much we can guarantee you because we know you're good for that. But if you promote the Robert Guerrero fight, you promote the Canelo fight, you're going to get a crazier amount. His number didn't change until like the Pacquiao fight. Under that first Showtime deal. His guarantee stayed the same. So again, Bud Crawford, he's so worried about the guarantee. That's what it appears to me. He's worried about the guarantee. The guarantee is cool. But the bigger the fight, the better the promotion. The back end is where you cash out. But again, if you don't manage money, you don't know money like that, you more concerned with the bells and the whistles. There's a great example of this. I'm going to leave y'all with this. It's from 50 Cent. 50 Cent, if you read his book, Curtis Jackson, Hustle Harder, he talks about He recorded many songs from Get Rich or Die Trying in like one of the DJ, I forgot, Red Spider or something, in one of their studios. He said they didn't negotiate compensation. After that time, 50 blew up and became 50 and got signed with Eminem, and a lot of those songs were hits. So the DJ came to 50 Cent and said, I want $50,000 for the studio time. 50 Cent said that caught him off guard because although he did use the guy's studio and equipment, it was no state-of-the-art studio, and they were just making like music in the garage, and they never discussed these terms. They never discussed like studio time, and then the guy's coming with an invoice, a bill, saying, you owe me $50,000. 50 Cent said, tell you what, I'll give you $35,000 and a point off of my album, Get Rich or Die Trying. A point on an album means for every like $1 million that every million sales, because we're talking about hard sales, hard copies, back before streaming, because 50 came out at a time before like Spotify and Tidal and all that, right? He says, take 1 point on my album. The DJ said, nah, I don't want a point on my album. I want the 50,000. And what 50 Cent revealed is while he was stubbornly clinging to the 50,000, his album went diamond, and a point on the album, he said the dude would have made $4 million with the 30. He would have made 30,000 that he was going to give him upfront money. And then he would have made like 4 million just by taking a point on the album. But the dude had his mind fixated on a number. The DJ is just like Terence Crawford. He didn't take the point on the album, and he's like, nah, you trying to play me. Give me the 50,000. So 50 said he gave him the 50,000. It hurt their relationship, and he didn't really mess with the dude the same. So the guy came up, okay, you got the 50,000, cool. But then you should have took the 30,000, and then you would have been a millionaire by taking the point on the album. Vitamin Water was the same thing. 50 negotiated equity with Vitamin Water. And even if it was a small share, he was an early adopter with the Glacier or whatever the company was called. And he took a percentage, but that percentage was worth so much because it got bought out by Coke. See, y'all don't understand business. I'm killing y'all, bro. I've been killing y'all for 3 hours. The same is like Nas. That doorbell company Ring, Nas was an early investor in that doorbell company. But then that doorbell company got bought by Amazon. So just investing a certain amount early, Nas became, let me see, I'll look it up for you. Because I don't want to like fudge up the figures. Nas is the same way. Look, I don't be lying, bro. There's no one better than me. I give you real life facts. I pulled it up for y'all like that. See, that's what I'm saying. Y'all don't know business. Crawford, he think he's like, oh, I show PBC who's boss. You're in a no-win fight that no one wants to see. You didn't really win there. Hold on, y'all. Bro, this is how investing works. It's the same concept. But that's what happens when you think you're doing business and you try to get greedy. You mess around and shoot yourself in the foot, and you did the actual option that hurts you because you think you know what you're doing. Get the likes up. Boom. Look, Nas invested in this doorbell company, and then he invested like 100,000, but then it later got bought by Amazon for 1.1 billion. So Nas raked in 40 million by investing 100,000 early on. You see how this works? That's how business works. So that's a come up because the margin is crazy. You invested 100,000 or whatever it was, and now you got 40 million because it got bought for 1.1 billion. Bud Crawford is the same thing. He's worried about the guarantee being high. Oh, I got to get 10 million. But you would have been better off taking Canelo. Here's another fun fact. Canelo, when he fought Floyd, he made $5 to $6 million guarantee. 5 or 6 for Canelo. Even though he was only 23, he was popular and he was a champ. So you would look at it like, oh, Showtime robbed Canelo. No, they were willing to guarantee Floyd $32 million. It's a business. And they guaranteed Canelo $5 or $6 million. But then Canelo made well over that because he probably had distribution in Mexico. Distribution, Mexico, like when they boxed Azteca, he probably got a percentage of that. And he made money. And then the Floyd fight did like 2.4 million pay-per-views. So that's where his money came from. But Crawford doesn't get that. He from Omaha. He don't understand this, apparently. He want to see the bigger first number. He want the flat fee guarantee number to look plush. You would be making so hand over foot. You would be making way more money on the back end. But he's so used to Bob Arum and like all his pay-per-views being horrible on Top Rank. I guess maybe it got him shell shocked. I don't know. I can't speak for him. But I can speak for boxing, and that's how it works. That's how it works. So bro, I'm showing y'all I'm the best. I'm showing y'all I'm the best. I'm showing y'all there's no one messing with me. I'm showing y'all, bro. Look, Floyd Mayweather set a record in May 2012. He made $32 million to fight Miguel Cotto. Tied his own mark against Robert Guerrero. Opponent Canelo Alvarez will make a $5 million guarantee, which is his biggest purse to date. Look, Canelo Alvarez, it says opponent will make $5 million. I told you I don't be lying. And it said Cotto got $8 million when he fought Floyd Mayweather, right? Y'all gotta keep up, man. I'm showing you the business of boxing, but y'all don't hear me though. Canelo, I'm gonna say it again. Canelo made $5 million guaranteed. Cotto made $8 million guaranteed when he fought Floyd. So again, although that doesn't seem crazy, that's because they made the crazy money on the back end. Bud Crawford's like, no, give me $12 million up front, which is cool. But you do that, there's a trade-off. You do that when you're expecting the event. Like if you don't think the event will do well. You know what I'm saying? You don't think the event is going to be a success. Everybody and their mama want to see Errol Spence and Crawford. So that's how you bet on yourself. Just like Wilder bet on himself and didn't sign the DAZN. It's the same. It's like literally the same concept. But Crawford, he think he got everything figured out. And then, he's going to do stuff his way. So fight on Black Planet. Enjoy. I'm out.